What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I'm Braithorn. How you doing? Sorry, I messed up on getting my camera going, my secondary camera going here. There we go. All right, that's working. You gonna track my face? That'd be cool. There we go. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I'm Braithorn, of course, as you might expect. Good to see y'all. What's going on with you? I am fine. Lesser Puggles, how's it going? Hey, good launch date. Well, about that. Braxton, how's it going? Welcome. Dark Force, welcome. Observer of Thoughts, happy to see you here. Ranger X3X, what's up? Howdy, fellow downloaders of faster RAM. No one's proven that you can do that. But then again, no one's proven that you can't do that. I mean, maybe they have actually. Tony Wade, welcome. How are you doing? Inks 1312, hello, welcome. Star Fox, yeah, about that. Jasmine, welcome in. You're welcome, Dark Force. That's exactly what I thought. Over on YouTube land, what's up, Steve? What's up? Poovy2, how you doing? Everybody, welcome. Hello to all of you out there in the land of internet. Happy to have you here. And we're gonna be talking about the launch. So you see this right here. This is a little instruction manual for the Hotpad G Series 42. This is the hitbox that I got. It's a really good deal, actually. But I didn't, the instruction manual is helpful too. And one thing, the reason I bring this up is what it's made of. Paper. Just like the 50 series launch. Robert Fixit, welcome. Alice, welcome. How are you? And yes, don't worry. There you go. You got welcomed or said hello to as well. Steve said, don't ask. What's up, Warrior Sailor? How's it going? Apparently, a lot of stock of the 5090D. Well, I'm sure they'll buy that and make even more efficient AIs and all that. Paper doesn't need driver support though, so winning. Briefly available for purchase. Apparently, like, Newegg got either single or double digit quantities only of the 5090. I have heard from some SIs, one stating that 5080s not a problem, ish. But 5090 is definitely a problem. The thing about that is that y'all reviewers have not been very kind to the 5080. And well, there's a chance, guys. There's a chance, a very, very slim chance, that I might be getting one so I can test it for myself. There's a very, very slim chance of that. But here's the thing, guys. You know what I want to see? You know what I want to see? Some of y'all have heard my thoughts already on MFG, multi-frame gen. I feel like once I put out a video on this, because this is not a simple video to make. If I'm gonna make what is essentially a hot take like that, like, well, what I'll say here in a second, but if I'm gonna do that, I need to be it needs to be well said, and you know, I need to present it well. But it's gonna be an unpopular opinion. Everybody just wants to talk about raster. Like, okay, that's like, look, guys, I am not sponsored by Nvidia. They've never given me a dime. In fact, I've given them money. I'm still on that side of things, okay? I'm not sponsored by Nvidia, never have been. Not saying I wouldn't be if it was the right project. Like, but that would be just for that project and wouldn't affect my opinions in any other situations. And it would be like, hey, this thing sponsored by Nvidia, whatever, here are the talking notes. There you go, done. And it supports what I do. Neat. Never happened. I don't know if it ever will. I feel like if I come out and say something like, guys, multi-frame gen might be awesome. It looks awesome. Like quadrupling your frames, but they're fake. Okay, they're all fake. You're not looking at pictures. You're not looking at a video of something that actually happened. It's ones and zeros. Here are more ones and zeros. Oh, but there's weird glitches to it. Yeah, it's a new technology. Oh, but look what happens when you stop the game and you look at these pixels. Are you doing that? Are you doing that while gaming? Are you, not the reviewer. The reviewers, yeah, reviewers need to do that stuff. Are you doing that? No. Might it look a little weird? Yeah. But a solid gaming experience comes from a combination of visual fidelity, a balance of visual fidelity and frame rates. That's where that comes from. And okay, if you don't like multi-frame gen, shut it off, move on. If you don't think the products are good enough, don't buy them. Vote with your wallet. But don't try to stamp out a new technology from Nvidia, because Nvidia wants it. That means it's going to happen. DLSS, ray tracing, ain't going anywhere. Other companies copying them. It's here to stay. Biggest company in the world wants a thing to happen. It's going to happen. But if you don't want that, vote with your wallet. Yo, BMOC, what's up with that? Okay. BMOC coming in with 5 tier 1 subs for the community. Let's go, nerds. That is a tier 1 sub for Erica Faye, Warrior Sailor, Tony Wade, 218, Soggy Wonka Customs, and 2232NTV? 2232 2232 on TV. Whatever. Yes, that person. Welcome to the swarm. What's up, BMOC? How's it going? No, like, listen, guys. Is this different? Yeah. Is that scary? No. I mean, unless it's scary for you. The only thing it should be scary for is those who can't reproduce the technology, who can't match the technology for their competitors. Because listen, if you can get, like, rasterized performance has upper limits. It's getting better, right? But it's less every generation that the improvement can be at times. Okay, like, we're getting to pretty small process nodes here. And then it's more power, more heat, go, go, go. But instead, it's like, okay, what if we dial back the power a little bit? Because it does. Whenever you use multi-frame gen on a 5090, it doesn't use 575 watts. It uses like 450 or less, ish. Wendell showed that in his video. And I don't want to misrepresent that, so don't quote me on that. But still. But something like a 5070 for 550 bucks. Like, oh, 1440p in this game. It gets only 65 frames per second. Okay, how about 200 of those? Would you like that? I'd like that for 550 bucks. Whatever semantics, whatever opinions are out there, the final thing, in the end, the only thing that matters is your enjoyment. Don't get caught up in the benchmarks. The benchmarks need to happen. Yes, rasterized benchmarks are helpful, especially for professional gamers or for competitive gaming. You're not going to be using ray tracing, or you're not going to be using multi-frame gen. You're just going to be using, you need rasterized horsepower because you do need the actual accurate frames from the game engine. Yes. Playing Cyberpunk or playing, although that was glitchy, of course, for like it wouldn't run, I think, on the 5080. At least when Gamers Nexus was testing it. Hopefully they already got an update on that. I don't know. I don't have one. But you want to play Black Myth Wukong? Okay. You're looking at a big enemy guy. He's coming at you. It should be fine. Now, if you're like, oh, well, it's not, I'm having latency problems. There have been differences in testing for that. I know LTT showed no increase in latency when they were using Nvidia Reflex. But if that bothers you, turn it off. You can see Nvidia's understanding of this in the pricing, okay? And this, yes, I'm going to talk about this in a video, but I'm just doing it now. You can see this in the pricing. The 5090 has really good raster performance. It's up there, 30, 40, 50% in some games. It's crazy over the 4090. I don't know if they ever hit 50% actually, but 30 to 40 generally, back and forth, somewhere a little bit lower. Yeah. But so there you go. Plus 32 gigs of VRAM. That is faster VRAM also, and just all kinds of stuff, right? So $2,000. 5080, 15 to 20% faster than a 4080 Super. So it's the same price. We've talked about this. If you get way better performance, but you crank the price up like crazy, that is not an improvement. If you get better performance and you don't crank the price, okay, should it have had more VRAM? Yeah, it should have had more VRAM. Clearly they have access to but then it might have been more expensive. Like for gaming, nearly every circumstance, you're fine with 16 gigs of VRAM. Okay. But pure raster, it's only 15 to 20. Okay, that's still an improvement. And they didn't make it more expensive. They got that. They understood that. They're like, okay, you know what? This same price for that. We have to see reviews of 5070 and 5070 Ti. We got to see those. But they dropped the price on both of them. Ergo, you can already assume it's not going to be a major improvement in rasterized performance. You don't need to be Nostradamus to predict that. However, for those brave souls out there willing to risk their precious pixels turning on MFG, I get the feeling they're going to enjoy themselves quite a bit, and enjoyment is the only benchmark that matters to the customer. If you have really high, say you have really high frame rates, but like really low 1%, 0.1% lows, right? Like, and it's kind of choppy, whatever. You're not enjoying yourself. If you have, or whatever the case may be, if you're not enjoying yourself, none of the charts matter. If you are enjoying yourself, none of the charts matter. See how those two situations have something in common? The charts are helpful for those who want to drag race these things. They want to, or they're really concerned with price to performance and value, which I get that. But multi-frame gen is kind of taking that out of the equation. We have to change the way that we test. We need to start incorporating these technologies because they're not going anywhere. But also, thank you again, BMOC, by the way. Let me say hi to more people, by the way. Maybe lining up a major hardware launch with Chinese New Year wasn't a great idea. Maybe. If you get a 5080 for testing, watch out for paper cuts. You got it. What's up, Arutu? Yeah, Nvidia sponsor Rutu. By the way, I've seen like 2 different shorts where there were content creators I didn't recognize that were doing PC content, and both of them, different people, different channels, said Nvidia. What is happening right now? I already like take issue with Zach, Zach is awesome, but he says Nvidia. Why are you hitting that N so hard, man? Like, why are you getting that letter, like just like hitting it with an 18 wheeler, just bam? It's just Nvidia. Like the V is actually. Let me look this up. Old Nvidia logo. You know what? I get it. I can see why he's doing that. Because, oh, actually, my camera's probably not going to work when I do this. I got to do a little thing first. But yeah, I guess I can see why he does that. But when you hear Jensen say it, he says Nvidia. And that's the guy that you listen to. Let me fix something real quick, guys. I'm sorry. 1 second. Ignore the blank screen. There we go. I just had to deactivate and activate the camera. Anyways, but no, I get it. I get why he's doing that. I just wanted to double check that was the old logo because that's the logo I remember. But I could see why this right here. I think this is where the emphasis is coming from. That italicized fancy N. But no, it's Nvidia. That's how I always hear Nvidia people say it. But Nvidia? Huh? Deal with that. Okay. I still turn off my PC at the save game icon. The intro to every game tells me not to do. Ranger, you monster. Star Fox. For me, frame gen is like bump mapping for textures. Yeah. I mean, look, it's... Well, I would say it's a little bit more of a paradigm shift than bump mapping. But, like, we need to... I want to see it more... And remember, there are some issues happening only in some games. Like DLSS did the same thing. People love DLSS. Whatever a reviewer says, a consumer's gonna get these cards, get one of these cards, go home and just run it stock, and that's probably gonna have frame gen turned on. And they're gonna be like, "Yo, this is awesome. I'm having a great time playing these games." That's what matters. So we need to see more testing like that. I want to see multi-frame gen testing, say between 5080, 5090. I want to see how close they might get, because they might not be that far away. And for me, that's very important when someone comes in and says, I want to do 4K gaming. So they don't spend double the amount they need to on their GPU and more power and heat than they need to. Thinking about it, really, generated frames aren't much different than real frames. Difference is just that the generated frames are predicted instead of calculated. They're extrapolated. They're extrapolated from actual frames. It's just smoothing. It's a smoothing technology. If you can get your predictions super accurate, the differences aren't that crazy. 223 says thanks. Very cool. Tough, thank you for the lurk. What did I miss over in YouTube land? What's up, Sailor? How's it going? And Michelle, how are you? Curled up on couch for a while tonight. Got up to do stuff. One step, my legs asleep. Straight. Oh, Steve, please be careful. That walking, it's a treacherous thing. It is. Hope you feel better. Oh, on March 1st, me and some old friends of mine will be making a pilgrimage to Micro Center. Wow, that's awesome. Nice. You doing giveaways on a PC again or no? Not. I just did 3. I'm good for right now, and 2 of those still need to be shipped out. There have been a lot of delays on that. One of them, I'm getting the shipping label on here soon. But there's a man. I need to figure out a way to streamline these things, just like, because I don't. Once someone wins, I don't want them here. Like, but then I was like, okay, cool, we have winners. Okay, holidays. Okay, I have to go to CES now, and it was just. I got to tell you guys, I don't know what it is about this job. Time is flying way too fast with this job. I think maybe it's deadlines. Deadlines make time fly by way too fast. It's like as soon as I sign a deadline to myself, because I mean I'm the one who does it, right? Or sometimes I mean a brand might do it, but I hardly do that much sponsored stuff. But anyway, as soon as I do that, the deadline was yesterday. Okay. Gary Clinky, welcome. Happy Thursday to you as well. But yeah, PC giveaways are not going away or anything. It's just I just did 3 of them, so it's going to be a little bit before I do another one. Besides which, there's not many GPUs out there to give away, and I'm not talking just about 50 series. I'm talking about 40 series too. It's not good. You guys remember how, you know, back in like October, November, they stopped producing 4080, 4090s, and then they stopped with 4070 series cards. I think they actually maybe pulled some from the market too, from distributors. I mean, to make demand insane, and then the supply was not enough, not in the least. Like they needed 100 times more product than they made available. Like people are gonna give money for these. Like people want to buy your stuff, make your stuff, give, you know. But you'll have to understand that. Say when it comes to the 5090, if you were Nvidia, would you rather sell a 5090 for $2,000, or would you rather sell a data center AI solution for $80,000? Same silicon. What would you prefer? What would you do? Actually, I don't know how many 5090s you can make from just one of those server solutions that they sell. It could be multiple, like a few. Still, it's not going to come close. Tiger Lily, what's up? Welcome. Thank you for the lurk. Puggles, yes, but generated frames have a bunch of fancy words like engine, motion vectors, and optical flow vectors applied to them to help out. Yes, the words definitely are important. Binary Theory, what's up? Hey, I know you're busy, but I need your help building a 5090th 5090 you've ever 5090'd, and I need it yesterday. Cool. Everybody does, and no one can get them. They've been ready to launch 5000 series for 6 months. The scarcity was on purpose. Well, yeah. That's something I've said multiple times, because Jensen has said it multiple times, that they'll generate scarcity to control the market. I'm not like being anti-Nvidia by just repeating something that was said in an earnings call that was shared or leaked. I don't know if that was leaked or not. Oh well, it's out there and it's on the internet. I forgot who it was, but one reviewer said the teeth looked off on the frame gen. I mean, who looks at the teeth? Yeah. My immersion. Some people in the late 80s bitched and moaned about changes in PC tech back then. Oh, well, that's going to happen, and it's going to continue happening. You know, Wayne's World, we fear change. It's true. Yep, I remember playing GoldenEye N64 years after playing it before. Though it does look a bit basic now. 30 seconds later, that was forgotten. It's just so much fun. Yeah, I mean, we do get conditioned to certain levels of graphical quality, but yeah. Yep, just have fun gaming. Absolutely. Also notice people complaining about 5090 and 5080 who are never going to buy one to begin with. They only use Radeon. Well, you know what? Bless those people for actually buying AMD GPUs, because more people need to be doing that anyway. And I don't think that's even a bad thing for Nvidia if people do. They need, you know, they need to be challenged more. They do well when they are. I can't think of an industry that has benefited from a monopoly. It's always bad, even for the company that had, well, I guess that's arguable. But I mean, we want Nvidia to stay sharp. We want AMD to stay sharp. AMD being like, we're not going to compete at the top end. All right, first off, AMD, you never really did. All right. Because the top end got too ridiculous. Because Nvidia decided to release 90 class cards. That was just unreachable. They were just flexing at that point. Okay. But the high end, not the top end, the high end they could compete at. The 7900 XTX actually beats the 5080 in some rasterized games, in rasterized testing. That's bonkers. Now, there's two angles to look at there. For one thing, that's one benefit of testers being so utterly devoted to raster for testing. And I get that devotion. You need repeatability. You want to minimize run-to-run variance. And AI is going to mess that up. That's what we have to figure out. We have to figure out how to get repeatable testing for these newer features. But regardless, it shows, hey, you know, AMD stuff is still competitive. Guys, how many times have you heard me recommend AMD when someone's just gaming? It's like, hell yeah. And then now finding, oh, DaVinci Resolve runs really well on the 7900 XTX. For someone who's doing DaVinci Resolve, grab that card. Is the 4090 still in the charts? The 4090 still beats it by a lot for generating graphics, rendering graphics, but for every other use case they test in DaVinci Resolve, AMD wins. Crazy, right? So it's about knowing the use case. And I think a cool series to do would be to do a video about like, all right, this is the perfect PC for editing in DaVinci Resolve. This is the perfect PC for working with Blender. This is the perfect PC for competitive gaming. Blah, blah, blah. I think I need to do that. And do I need to build them? No, but I think showing it just how to spec something like that out at that time in the industry would be super cool. Also, by the way, rumors that the 9070 XT will be $599, making me very happy, and I hope that's the case because it's rumored to have the similar raster performance to a 7900 XTX with 50% better ray tracing. For $600, that would be crazy. Okay. However, turn on multi-frame gen and it's going to get outpaced. So multi-frame gen is just another thing where Nvidia is going to own it until someone else makes their own version of it, and it won't be as good because they're going to be behind permanently. If you guys want to hate on Nvidia, you can do whatever you want, but understand that a lot of the stuff in the future that everyone's just going to enjoy without questioning it is starting now. We are in a time of change. I would rather just kind of be hyped by it and like criticize where criticism is needed, like claims like 5070 4090 performance. That slide did not need to be in there. Okay, it did not need to be in that slideshow, because if you get that with one or two games, cool, but we know you're not testing. It's not like to like testing. It's not testing like for like. Okay, and there are like, it's going to be one or two games where it'll win probably, unless you're just turning off all whatever. Anyway, but there are so many other setups where it's like, oh, well, this only has this much VRAM. This has 24 gigs of VRAM. So like it can't complete this test. Yeah, it's not going to be a universal result. So you can't just, I guess they can make that claim if it wins in one thing or whatever, but still, I don't like that. But other than that, yeah, this is a time of change. Like everything's changing. What you'll be able to get more for less money now. How are you mad at that? How are we angry at this? More performance for less money is good, right? I'm not crazy. You're crazy. What up, everyone? How are you, Braythorn? This fine evening. Sorry I'm late for the party. How you save me a piece of cake? No, we well enjoyed the cake. It was very delicious and moist. Rucho, I own AMD. Gives me more frames per dollar. Yep. Well, if you are okay with doing multi-frame gen, that's not going to be the case anymore. Like it's going to be hard to beat. But if you're a purist for rasterized performance, AMD step up. Nvidia set this up for you to spike it, because you can totally put out a 9080 XT or whatever and crush the 5080 until they come out with a 5080 Ti or Super, or Ti Super. These bozos with the naming. It's just the naming I don't like, when they just start doing whatever. No, 4080 12 gig. Yeah, all right, get out of here. Would love to start putting more AMD cards in rigs. Unfortunately, it's hard to convince people. It is. It is. I know. Inks. I need your help finding the right build. Here you go. Fill that out. Inks. You gave me advice with an issue with Corsair who took 10K from me without explaining the issues, and after a month I finally got all that money back. Hell yeah, there you go. That's a lot of money. Holy crap. I think 9070 XT will be 750 because AMD likes money too. Well, here's the thing. Like, they saw that in the with AMD, it wasn't just performance reasons that they dropped the price on the 5070, 5070 Ti. I'm guessing it's also because AMD's like, oh no, we're gonna own the mid-range market, and Nvidia's like, nuh-uh, and AMD's like, yaha, and well, Nvidia's like, well, no, you, and then AMD's like, well, no, you. Word for word, how it happened. So I think AMD still wants to be competitive, like, but Nvidia set it up for them to spike it. Like, if the 9070 XT comes in and is up, it has rasterized performance like the 7900 XT X and 50% better ray tracing, that's very competitive, especially all of those people who are like buying Nvidia every generation but complaining about the fact that, oh, multi-frame gen. Okay, buy AMD, there you go, or turn off multi-frame gen and shut up. Unfortunately, it's one of those where if someone wants Nvidia, if you try to sell them AMD and anything goes wrong, they will blame the card. Oh, that's going to happen regardless. Anytime you make a change, when something goes wrong, you blame the change, when it could be any number of elements. Really hope multi-frame gen isn't here to stay. Binary theory. It is here to stay. People said the same thing about ray tracing. People said this similar stuff about DLSS when it was being force-fed. Right? Nvidia wants this. They are the biggest company in the world. This is what's going to happen. Because multi-frame gen didn't start now. It started in 40 series. It didn't go away. They multiplied it. It's and I just went through this whole thing talking about, like, we need to just like we did with DLSS, and we had to sort of change our perspective and our perception of how graphics are made. This is a paradigm shift in that, and we're here for it. It's kind of exciting because it means better efficiency. Oh, but hold on, I paused the game and there's some haze around that dude's head and with the teeth aren't quite right. Are you stopping your game to do that, or are you just being like, whoa, this is so smooth, and just playing your game? Reviewers pixel peep. 99.9% of players do not do that. So the thing is, people just hate change. Don't be one of those people, because change happens whether you hate it or not. That's not an opinion. That's just c'est la vie. That is life. That's how it goes. And if we have an open mind, you'll see that, like, yo, wait, $550. So they dropped the price on 5070, but wait, hold on. So this thing's going to get, like, instead of getting 50 or 60 frames per second in this, heavily ray traced thing here or whatever, it's going to get like 200, 250. That's bananas. Sign me up. Yeah. More for less. More frames for less money and less energy and less heat. Nvidia's been building up to how can this isn't surprising. They've been building up to this forever. They've been building up. This was the roadmap, everybody. Okay, this was the roadmap. Nvidia puts things in like 20 series. RTX was a joke and people hated it and thought it was, and yeah, it was expensive for seemingly no reason, but hold up. More games are having ray tracing now. Wait, hold up. This game requires ray tracing. What the hell is happening in 2024? No, yeah, that's okay. That's what Nvidia wanted. That's what happened. They bet on it, and then they kind of made sure that bet won. So suddenly, though, ray tracing is really hard to run. Well, I mean, of course, DLSS and all that, kind of bad to start with. But wait, hold on a second. DLSS, now people say DLSS is like magic. Looks like a lot of people accepted that. And yeah, because it freaking works. There were hiccups. It was a little glitchy. It had a couple problems. We had to change how we perceived how frames are rendered in games. And we did that. And the net benefit is clear. So they made these beautiful frames with ray tracing. And oh, is it hard for you to run? Cool. We can render that at a lower resolution and then raise that up. And that got better and better and better. And now that is the basis for their AI that they've been developing to then extrapolate and smooth. This has been in motion for a very long time. We can bury our heads in the sand, and that's your right to do that. I just don't suggest it. I don't suggest it. I don't think enthusiasts should be like, back in my day. I think it should be like, you know what? This is different. I'm going to give it a shot. I'll see what it's like. I'll see what the reviews are like. Let's see. But the problem is people aren't really reviewing multi-frame gen very effectively, I think. I haven't seen a review where it was like, okay, well, of course, 5080 reviews just came out, but I want to see a 5080 versus a 5090 full multi-frame gen, because they might be closer than you think. And if you're just gaming at 4K, you might be able to spend half the money with the 5080 instead of twice the money for the 5090 and get similar results. I'm down for that. I am. Oh, but a couple games have glitches. That's going to get fixed. They've got a good track record with that. So. Anyway, that's my second time ranting about that. I just want to see my fellow enthusiasts have an open mind. That's all I want. Oh, and Naruto, the latency thing, there have been different results for that. You turn on Nvidia Reflex because they planned for this. I told you this has been in motion for a long time. They put a lot of development into Nvidia Reflex, and apparently it helps. If it's a problem, shut it off. Just shut off multi-frame gen. And if you're like, well, that's not the best price to perform it, get AMD. Get that, because you think about it. A lot of people are at 60 class Nvidia cards on the hardware survey. Okay, then a 9070 XT or 9070 is going to be more than they need graphically, like power-wise. Just get that. There you go. Multi-frame gen isn't good for esports games, and I don't like higher latency. Naruto, I said that already. If you're doing competitive gaming, just turn it off. Professional gamers are going to get the 5090s, and the rasterized performance on there is a big improvement over the 4090. Is it as big as everybody would want? No. In some games, no. But if you're a competitive gamer, your CPU is also important too. Like 9000X3D in a 5090, hell, 9000X3D in a 4090 is already really, really good. So it's not really geared towards that. It's not geared towards competitive games. Because multi-frame gen is helpful when you have stuff like ray tracing, path tracing all going on. You ain't gonna have that in a competitive game. So they run better, like it's gonna run smoothly and at very high frame rates. Not gonna be a problem. And if a 5090 is out of the question, 5080, oh, but it's not that much better than 4080. Yeah, but it's the same price, and you can't buy a 4080 anyway. 4080 Super, they're just all out of stock because they stopped production on them. So what's the next complaint? What do you got? They made it the same price. Oh, but all these companies are doing they're not doing MSRP cards. A couple are. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to find that like Gigabyte's going to have a version of the card that's going to be MSRP, very likely. PNY, Zotac. Oh, but I don't like those. I like Asus. Well, you've already wasted your money on all the other Asus stuff. Waste your money on more Asus stuff. Sure. I'm not saying it's all a waste of money. Asus makes quality products unless they put a capacitor on backwards and then whatever. But, you know, to each their own. If you like, I like some Asus products. I'm using an Asus motherboard right now. Anyway. At this point, if AMD comes in and has stock, they'll crush. Well, here's the fun thing, Lesser Puggles. I'm guessing right now. It's a guess, but I'm guessing that stock is already out there. And they're just being told, you don't talk about this, you can't sell this. Because they delayed their own launch. It was supposed to be like already done or soon, and they delayed it. To me, that's probably the right move. Do it right instead of right now. Yep, and this is why I don't do sales anymore. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but that's a great thing. There's their opinions, and they aren't always factual. I'm pumped for more frame gen and ray tracing. Let's go. I love computers. I love graphics. I love gaming, and anything that's new stuff. I'm like, yo, let's give this a shot. This could be cool. Okay. But that's just my that's my brand of enthusiasm. That's my brand of being an enthusiast. It's not everybody's. Is the 5080 better than the 4090? No. In many ways, it is not. But it's also way cheaper. So it shouldn't have to be. If they made it $1,600, it would need to be better than the 4090. But they didn't. It is. Yeah, look at that. Nope, I think 5080 is 10% slower than a 4090. Yeah. For like a lot less money. Guys, where is your perspective at? How is it not the first thought? Like, yo, this thing's so much cheaper than the 4090 was, and it's only 10% behind it. Whoa! That's crazy. That should be like, how are we not pumped about that? You guys gotta remember, like, even if MSRP is not a thing, because it's so unpredictable, it's a huge variable. The only way we can make these comparisons is based off of MSRP. But if you do look at what the market prices have been for 4090s, they've been well over $2,000 from third-party sellers. Oh, but man, it's not faster. I'm not mad at you. You guys are basically like, this is all over the place. These kinds of statements are everywhere, and I'm losing my freaking marbles. And now, to be clear though, Rarutu, there are some games where the 5080 is considerably slower than the 4090. So, just to be clear on that. If you OC it, they're about roughly on par in raster in gaming. That's ridiculous. I'm not sure what testing you saw that said that. That's crazy. If so. So it would be better to get a 4090 if I can. No, don't buy a 4090 right now. No. Unless money is no issue, and if that's the case, wait for a 5090. Wait for the second wave of 5090s to come out. Because 4090s are insanely expensive on the market. Like, insanely expensive. I'm just going to check right now. Let me check real quick. RTX 4090. $3,069. Nice. On Amazon.com. $3,000. Yeah. Newegg. Oh, this is a good one. I want to show you guys this one. Okay. Once again, someone was mentioning that, I mean, I'm guessing it's in some cases, but that the 5080 can be just about 10% slower than a 4090 in some cases. Okay. Oh, man. All right, go get yourself a 4090. Here it is on Newegg. It's just $4,300. There you go. There's your GPU. Why do I look like I'm like undead in this shot right here? Why are you doing that to my face? Oh well, whatever. It is what it is. Don't buy a 4090 from a third-party seller. Don't do that. They're not available brand new from retailers. They're not. Like they're not available from the retailer themselves. They were bought up and now they're being scalped. Do not do that. And most SIs don't have any of them. They just don't have them for pre-builds. Nvidia has made damn sure that there is no stock of 40 series in the mid and high end. They made sure of that. Sorry, I was just checking something real quick. Sorry, I missed out on chat on YouTube for a while there. I'm still catching up on stuff on Twitch too. I've also noticed people complaining about the 5090 and 5080, says Sailor, who are never going to... we already talked about that. What's up, Nefty? How's it going? Should have built mine in December. No, I mean, just give it a month or so. It's going to level out, or SIs are going to have more. January is basically over, lol. Where did it go? Robert, that's what I'm saying, yeah. I guess that's when I was talking. Good Lord, that was a long time ago then. Sadly missed out on 5090 FE. RIP. How's your day, bro? What's up, Tech Grant? Yeah, it's okay. I don't think anyone had a chance to get one. GN did a whole bit of it being a paper launch. Yep. I still think the 9070 name is silly. I can barely even say it. I hate saying it. All right, Steve, please be careful with the walking. I found a perfect PC for DaVinci video, but it ended up being clickbait. It didn't really say anything exact after 10 minutes of talking. Oh, God. I'd have to fix that. Bloatware everywhere. Or Chaos, what's up? What has been funny is that in the past, some of the later models released in the same time period were better than the Titans, but yes, 4090 was a huge jump from the 3090. It was. And I think people were expecting more from the 5090 because of the precedent set by the 4090, but it is still far above it. It's still way up there. It's just not as much of a massive change. Like, it's not as much of a process node change. Still in the same process node as Ada Lovelace, pretty much. That means it's not going to be a massive improvement in performance and efficiency unless they make some other changes, like MFG. That's just, what are you going to do? They call it whatever they're going to call it. It's the same process node. I picked up a Skytech Azure 2 a few weeks ago. It's been flawless so far. Done lots of video edits and gaming. Corndog81, that's awesome. Happy to hear that. Oh, binary theory. Yeah, those are fake. If somewhere in there, it's going to be like you get a picture of a 5090. Target practice. We do not have your superior intellect, El Guapo. First off, great reference. Secondly, I just have different perspective because I've been doing this for a living for a long time now, and I've been looking at the PC hardware landscape for a long time, just as an observer anyway. But love the instant 99.999 Asus ROG Astral 5090 on Newegg at launch. It's amazing. Amazing. No thanks. That is crazy expensive. I just want a pre-built around 5,200. Well, Inks, as I told you, unless you already filled it out. Let's see. Did you already fill it out? You did. Okay, so you're on there on the list to get some help. No problem. Just be aware that it's unlikely I'll be able to tell you buy this thing with a 5090 in it because I need to see if any SIs have it at all. Frank, welcome. How's it going? Can't imagine those are... Yeah, they're not real. But is the picture in color? Is it framed? See? Did they generate a frame for the picture? I knew you'd get the reference and it would bring you some joy. Man, one of the best movies of all time. Are you kidding me? Three Amigos, man. I need to watch that one again. It's been a while. I think probably my favorite scene is the what are they? The water scene, you know, canteens, the canteens. Lip balm. There are a ton of 4060s in stock. Sailor, yes, because Nvidia didn't remove those from the market because they didn't come out with a 5060. You better believe that when they're ready to launch the 5060, for months before that, you're going to see 4060s disappearing from the market. Now, what is one of the main differences between this and the 40 series launch is that they purposely, during the 40 series launch, kept many of their cards in production and said, hey, these are going to be both generations being produced at the same time. They're all the way up to 3080s. Just about. So it was very different. I think I got caught up. Okay. I don't like paper launches. I really, really hope AMD is using this time to produce more of their cards. I'm not even saying the name. Both versions, make a lot of them and get some separation in there in the product stack for the price. Like, why couldn't they just do a 9070, 9080 XT or whatever? It had to be a 9070 and 9070 XT, and they're going to be $100 apart from each other, and it's going to be like, well, just get the 9070 XT. I don't understand. I want to know what those meetings are like when they determine this stuff. You know, it's a committee, of course. It has to be. It's a giant company. And it's just like, I'll bet I have to have faith in human beings and feel like though they came to an agreement, that everyone left like, oh, is this the right way to do this? I wonder if Nvidia is holding back inventory and release them 1 month before AMD embargo. They're just doing it in waves to keep the demand really high, so that they can, they're going to charge whatever they want. It's how they do things. It's fine, I guess. It's not fine, actually. Getting a Mesh 8 pre-built. What does that mean? Mesh 8. What do you mean Mesh 8? From who? From what system integrator? Brady. If you haven't already bought it, just fill out the form, listen in the description, and I'll help you one-on-one. But I don't know what that means, just Mesh 8. I don't know who that's from. No thanks. Going with ARC B580 and 7500F. Okay, Stephen L., you got that. Good. There you go. Enjoy. Just get whatever you like. I want to say this, though. Okay, guys, straight up. If you're like, I'm going to stick to this other brand because they're not doing this frame gen thing. Well, AMD also wasn't doing ray tracing. They also weren't doing FSR. They also weren't, they're going to do it. It's just going to be later and that therefore less developed at every single step, because Nvidia, they dream this stuff, they think this stuff up, they engineer it, they test it, they make it happen before anybody else does. And because it's Nvidia, the industry has to follow. So enjoy the feelings of superiority while you can. Just don't be in a position where you're like, I'm just going to give up on gaming now because now I can't say I don't want no frame gen because now AMD's got it. Now Intel has it. Yes, Intel does ray tracing and has XeSS, which is their own DLSS. Dr. Mitch, how's it going? Maddie's son. All this talk of 50s, I'm going to just stand in the corner with my 4070 Super. That's fine. That's a great GPU. I think Intel has the right idea with going hard into XeSS and ray tracing. Impressive what they've managed to do in 2 generations. Yeah, it is. Makes me real excited for a high-end Intel card. I don't know if they're ever going to do that. Maybe in a few generations. But I would love to be wrong. I don't know if they're going to be doing that. What is up with this camera? I don't know. Whatever. It's just looking kind of dark for some reason. Anyway. Brady said, I buy power. Okay. Yeah. Well, like I said, just fill out the form that's listed in the description. Get yourself into the list to get help one-on-one, and I'll be able to help you. It would be funny to me to be in on these meetings where these decisions are made. I just feel like it's whenever there's a committee, like, you'll have some passionate people in there who care about what they're doing. They can't get exactly what they want, so they have to make concessions. And I'm pretty sure that's how you get stupid stuff. Like, I just know if there's somebody in there who thought it was a good idea to copy Nvidia's naming scheme. And I want them to know I don't agree. I really, really don't agree. I don't think anybody agrees with you, and that's like really weird. That's really cringe, and that must feel really bad. I don't feel bad for you though, because you got your way and we're all suffering because of it. I've been hearing whispers that Celestial is going to be the first try at it. Faint whispers, but still. Well, I would welcome them to do it, but I don't want them to do anything like a 90 class card. Unless it is prosumer oriented. I'm really sick of the 5090 being of 90 class cards being pushed as gaming cards. Because yeah, they're amazing for gaming. But like if for just gaming, it's kind of a waste. This is why I need to test the 5080 versus 5090 with FSR. Not FSR. With MFG, with multi-frame gen. I need to see some of those results because I'm not seeing really clear comparisons of that. Unless I haven't seen the right video, and that's very likely. That's probably the case. But I need to see what the gap actually is between them when they're both running that. Oh no, this would be an 80 class equivalent, and they would have a pro version with more VRAM, if anything. Yeah, I mean, look, Intel's doing some really good stuff with the art cards. They are. And if they come in and they offer a really compelling value for a multi-use system for both gaming and productivity, I'm down with that 100%. And if they're starting to push for 4K, hell yeah. Because the number is tiny on the Steam hardware survey of the number of people who play in 4K. It's tiny, but growing. So 4K monitors are getting cheaper. The 4090 and 5090 make it clear that there are limits to 2K gaming, and it has to be pushed to 4K gaming to get past certain limitations. You're talking about like when something is GPU bound in terms of frame rate? Yeah. Last time we had a committee to come up with a new breed of horse. We ended up with the camel. Sailor. That's good. I like that. Presonic Dreams with the lurk. Thank you very much. What's up, Dodger Dog? How's it going? Welcome. Those who would use a 4090 or 5090 for 1080p gaming are just doing it wrong. I agree, but pro gamers are going to do it anyway because they need to remove all any and all variables. And to be fair, they make if it's their job, if it's their professional thing they're doing, I'm down with that. That's fine. But they just need to make sure they're not bottlenecking it elsewhere, like by not picking a 9800X 3D for their CPU. That's going to be the best CPU for that. But most would be. So what I feel bad for any professional gamer who's like sponsored by Intel, because Intel has shifted their focus from really focusing on gaming, and that's for the best. I think that's good. But until they have something like 3D cache, or if they just up their cache, right? Like, but then, well, that could lead to other issues, but I'm not going to get into all that. But they're just going to stay behind. It's 3D cache is too strong when it comes to gaming. It is. Still waiting. Who was it? It was Brady. Brady, still waiting for you to fill out that form so you can get on the list, but we're going to get started here. Let's take a look. I guess I can do this because I moved chat, but it's still going to cut off some of it. Okay. So we had River Manny join late in the last stream. So if they're here, let me know you're here. And here's how you guys let me know. If you're on the list, I'm getting fewer entries than I normally do with the new, but I mean, it's also the time that it is with new stuff coming out and all that, I guess. But if you're on the list, please, if you're watching on Twitch, I need you to do this. If you have followed on the stream, then I need you to look in the emotes there, and there's one that says I'm on the list. So because of that, I mean, if you use that, that informs me that you're on the list and you're waiting for help. If you're watching on YouTube, you need to type at Brayathorn, I'm on the list. And the spelling is right here. And it's also on the channel. So you don't have to, you have no excuse to spell it incorrectly, even though it's kind of a meme. What's up, Wheel Gamer? How's it going? Okay, let me highlight these as I get those. So it's these two so far. Now, here's what's going to happen if what I'm recommending you is something with like a 5080 or 5090, and those are not available. What's going to happen is, let me just do this here because I have this stupid thing where it's like, yeah, okay. What's going to happen is, I'm going to tell you either to hold off until they're in stock, or like if it's a parts list, to get a placeholder GPU until you can get the one that is right for your system. Yo, Phantoms26, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Swarm. Oh, Phantoms26, okay. I see that you just filled out the form as well. Thank you for doing that. Just waiting for Road Dog RN. I haven't seen anybody in chat with that name, so I hope they just haven't chatted and someone didn't put in the wrong name. It has to match what shows up in chat, just like it says on the forum, people. Great. Hope you're having a blessed day. Feeling blessed because I get to talk about computers to people. I love that. Get to chat with you guys, hang out. It's a good time. Oh, there's Road Dog. There you go. I just saw your chat there. Okay. All right. You are here. But I need you to use the emote, please. It shows me that you followed the stream, which is free to do. Okay. That's one thing that I ask of you for me giving you free help is just drop a follow. Because if you're getting into PC gaming, I feel like this is a pretty useful stream to follow, actually, because I do talk about this stuff a lot. You can learn more about PCs. Phantom26 came across your channel today. Thanks for the content. You're very welcome. Thank you for the viewership. Yeah, Road Dog, you would have seen that Inks, 1312, Wheeled Gamer, and Phantoms all use the emote. It just shows me that you are following, and that's just a free thing. It ain't gonna hurt you. It didn't cost you nothing. It just helps support what I do, and it is free, and it, yeah. Road Dog, if you're having issues, there's this little face there that you click on that brings up your emotes, and it'll be in there, both on mobile and on desktop. Oh, Steven, you were talking about the ARC V580. I just meant price performance. It depends on where your budget's at, because you can get great price performance from 7000 series Radeon too, if you're looking for a little higher performance. But yeah, been a bit. Stop by. Good evening. What's up, Araxinus? How you doing? Welcome. Good evening to you. Big day today with 5080 and 5090. Yeah, real big day. Big disappointment for a lot of people. Not unexpected though. We all knew it was going to happen, and I in particular was expecting this because, like, we're going to check SIs here. Let me see. I want to see something. $5080, 1 week lead time. I haven't seen this in a long time. Couple years. So iBuyPower has only a 1 week lead time on 5080s, but let's see what it says for 5090s. They're not listed. Okay. That is troubling. I'm willing to bet they haven't put these in here yet. Like many SIs, Skytech has had trouble getting their hands on 50 series as well. So, oh yeah, I was right there. So is it not worth getting the 5080 since I have a 4070 Super and a game at 1440p in Warzone? 4070 Super, if you're getting enough frame rate, then don't mess with it. Don't change anything. Are you enjoying yourself? Then good. You don't have to buy anything if you're enjoying yourself. So there's 5080. Model varies. I don't see anything about lead times. So that's interesting. And again, I don't see the 5090. Wow. Wow, that's interesting. Just right in your face. It's a new design. I like it. $5090 crossed out. 5080's right there, though. It's crazy to see the Legatus with a 7900 XTX as the default. That is crazy. And it adds $400. That's about. I mean, that means you're looking at about $1,200 probably for the 5080, but that tracks with most AIB cards. So yeah. If we're basing this off of MSRP, like market pricing for the 7900 XTX, okay, but no 5090. That tracks. That makes sense. Let's check Falcon Northwest. Now, I want to be clear about something, okay? Falcon Northwest uses Founders Edition cards, and they have been, in partnership with Nvidia since the beginning of Nvidia, okay? And so this should be kind of the benchmark when it comes to availability, right? Well, at least for Founders Edition. Okay, video card. 5090. Yeah, there it is. They do have it. At least for pre-order, essentially. Estimated build time, 50 days. That's a lot of time. Is that... I guess. Oh, they got so many pre-orders for the 5090. They're backed up by a couple months, so that makes sense. But there you go. You would get your 5090 if you go with Falcon Northwest, but it's going to take 50 days for the build time. If you want that, remember this: you're going to have your PC for years and years to come. Waiting another 6 weeks for it, 6-7 weeks, not the worst thing. If that's what you want, if that's what you want to put your money into. Oh, also, what's the pricing on this? Okay, it is $1,000 more than the 5080, and I'm seeing only a $1,046 difference, or I'm seeing a $1,046 difference, so that's about right. Let's see. 5568 with all the other stock components, which are all really high end, by the way. I would go 9800X3D though, so that would bring it up a little more. And that makes it $5696 for a 9800X3D and 5090 system from Falcon Northwest. Okay. It's going to take a while to get though. Now we're just looking through and seeing who has what. I saw a tweet from Starforge Systems that they ran out of 5090 orders, like they can't sell any more 5090s. They're done there. So I already know what's up with that. 5080s, not seemingly a problem. But let's take a look anyway. God, they're making some gorgeous computers over there. Voyager 3 Elite. Product is temporarily out of stock. Because... Okay, I know the case print thing is really cool. But I shouldn't have to expand this to see specs. Oh, wait, hold on. AMD. There we go. Where are the specs? Here. They're over here on this side. My bad. Are they? Where are they? Where are the specs? Yo! Starforge, why are you showing the specs of your systems? Oh, it's out here. I'm an idiot. That's not exactly the most... Okay, whatever. But yeah, this uses a 5090. That's why they're temporarily out of stock. But for $51.99, not bad with a 9800X 3D. And if we choose Intel, what is the CPU? I see it like, it's weird how it has two different ways that it like locks scrolling down. 14900 KF. Nope. Come on, Starforge, get on Core Ultra 200S. This is supposed to be for creators. Look at this. Like if I just hover over gaming PCs, right? Is it not letting me do it? Hold on, let me do this again. Creator Series. That's where the Voyager 3 Elite is. The 265K or 285K are awesome for creators. It doesn't matter what the gaming benchmarks are. That says Creator Series, guys. Get rid of those 14900Ks. Get rid of those. Falcon Northwest has them. One of the few that do. Well, Araxinus, the reason there's a 50-day build time is because they don't have them and they're backed up on orders. So it is still rough. It's still bad. 2 months is a long time to wait. But I still say, if that's what you want, you know, wait the time that you need to wait. I wonder how the next gen cards will be priced with the tariffs that will be in place. Well, we're not really experiencing anything on that yet, so we'll see. I need a really good gaming keyboard. Braxton, keep an eye on the channel. I'll have something coming out probably around the 20th. If you want to check something out there. Was it dumb to get a 9700 now that all these other cards are coming out? A 9700? What do you mean? What the hell is that? Zensi, that's what I'm talking to. Flash, sorry, the Q join thing is old. It's just this now. Well, it's right there. Want help getting the right PC? You click the link, you fill out the form. There you go, Flash, P48, that's for you. I was wondering what could potentially be some ideas on RGB laptops at the moment. Well, like I said, I'll have something on covering a laptop, not a laptop, a keyboard, never mind. RBG laptops? What does RBG laptops mean? What does that mean? Do you mean RGB laptops? And I wouldn't describe a laptop by whether it has lights or not. Do you mean a gaming laptop? Just curious. Hosty Y0. I just ordered a pre-built from Digital Storm with an RTX 5090. I'm not a fan of Digital Storm, unfortunately, so best of luck with that. Is that to pay for it in full? Yes. Is it clear casing? What do you mean? I want the free rent case. Someone give me $400. That isn't quite my type of computer. What are you talking about? But Bray, it's bad for gaming, so clearly you don't want it. It's not bad for... Core Ultra 200S is not bad for gaming. It's just not the best for gaming. Yeah, gaming. The case is see-through. You're talking about glass panels? Yeah, the left panel is glass. Yes. It's just tinted. Thanks, Bray. Here from YouTube. I want to get a pre-built. Okay, sure. Fill out the form. You'll be able to put all that information in there. think the dude means a 9700 CPU. Well, they talked about cards, so I thought they were talking about some kind of graphics card. Now, I was like, do you mean a 9070? Because that's going to be the next AMD card. That's not out yet. But what's up, VTS? How's it going? Currently building 2 all-out systems of 285K. One of them delidded, so you can get my opinions. Nice. I mean, that's the thing about Core Ultra 200. They actually left some overclocking headroom, so I'd be interested to see how that's going. See, okay, it just stops me from scrolling for some reason. Then it suddenly like jumps. Yeah, 5080 on this one for 33.49. Not bad. And this one is available, but I wouldn't go AMD. Intel, I would go AMD if you're just gaming, because that's going to be a 9800 X3D. There you go. Interesting that they're going with bits power for the fans, but are they going with custom bits power cooler? Now it makes sense. Okay. Not best for gaming, but incredible for browsing. Hi, Braithorn. What's up, Ayana people? How's it going? Okay, anyways, let's get to the list. I was just looking around to see who has what, because I'm going to need to know that. So looking at Inks 1312, what did you mention your budget was? Because I see the range of 5,000 or more, but what'd you say your actual? Okay, not a range, actual, just max budget. 5,200? That is the maximum amount, right? Can't change this later. You can't be like, oh, actually, let's make it, I want that one. Make it 5,500. Okay, cool. Locked it in. Okay, so you want boutique, you want a lot of RGB. Yeah, Falcon Northwest is not going to be your go-to if you want a lot of RGB. That's just not the way to go then. And they know that. They have a definite aesthetic, a design language that I in particular like. I quite like it, but not everybody will. And you know, sometimes I of course, when I see something with lots of RGB, I'm like, ooh. I'm able to like multiple different kinds of aesthetics, guys. It's a weird thing about me, I guess. Okay, boutique. Yes, and a lot of it. Okay. What you're doing is gaming and streaming in ultra wide. So it's either going to be 1080p or 1440p vertical ultra wide monitor. 5080 should get you done there. You don't need anything beyond 16 gigs of VRAM. You should be fine. So yeah, that should be good for you. 5080 should be good for you. And there's several places to get that. So let's see what else we got going on here. Because I like some of the other things that sorry, Nick. Starforge does here. So this is also way below budget, honestly. 9800 X3D, top of the line gaming CPU on the market, plus great for streaming. It's totally fine. 8 cores, 16 threads, gaming and streaming at the same time, not a problem. X670E Tomahawk Wi-Fi. Let's take a quick look at this motherboard though, because we can't change that. So it needs to be very good. Starforge, if you can't, people can't change it, and it's a creator PC, you better have a good bit of IO in that motherboard. Nope. There's a company that's owned by streamers. This is your creator lineup. How is this the motherboard? Who signed off on this? 6 USB Type A's for the creator PC, for content creation, streaming. 6 Type A ports and 2 Type C. 2 Type C is fine. The 6 Type A ports. The thing about it is, for Starforge, you guys, for Starforge, all right. And just by the way, okay, just let's go over here real quick. Okay, I want to be clear. If you watched my shorts from CES, you'll know that Starforge sponsored me for 2 shorts out there, and I think they did pretty well. I think they came out really good, and it's about like the art you can get on the PCs, and it's also about how to swap out the plate light, which I thought was really fun to do. I don't care after the fact. My deliverables are done, and if I see something is needing improvement, I'm gonna say it. This is a crap choice for the motherboard for your Creator Series, Starforge. You want X670E? You want an X670E motherboard that's good for creators? I got you. And for streamers? I got you. You guys already know. Let me double check something real quick. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And on this one, real quick, what were the... All right, so we have our Mag X670E Tomahawk Wi-Fi, right? Well, it looks pretty good, right? Then you go to plug in your Stream Deck after you've plugged in your mouse, keyboard, headset, maybe your webcam, things like that. You go to plug in a Stream Deck or maybe even a secondary one, whatever. You get into streaming, that's gonna have you're out of USB, and you're like, how did this happen? This is okay, and this thing can go for anywhere from like $300 or a little more, 3 to 320, I think I saw. This is the X670E Gaming Plus Wi-Fi, still X670E. Look at the difference here, okay? Do we see what I'm talking about? And this can be at times $100 cheaper. Plus, works in both white or black builds, because you have the silver with little teal elements, really, really tastefully done, and black PCB. Works for both kinds of builds. Like, right here, this is where your mouse goes, where your keyboard goes, where your your USB headset, wireless headset, whatever goes. Anything that is a slower, like needs lower bandwidth, is perfect here. And you have all these ports for your external capture cards, for your webcam, for all the audio interfaces, things like that, all that. You're just not your Stream Deck pedal. You got Elgato selling USB devices by the bushel, and like people need to plug them in, and it's always better to plug an Elgato device directly into your motherboard, not into a hub. They just are too picky for that. So if you're gonna call it creator and you don't actually build it for creators, which this is a company by creators that should be building the creator PC for creators, then take the name off. I'll be totally fine if you just go here and get rid of that name. Call it the Also Gaming series, because this is Also Gaming PC. Okay? Cool. I think you guys can now be pretty confident in saying, yeah, when Bray does a sponsorship, it's just that sponsorship, and afterwards he's back to Bray. And even then, if I get a sponsorship thing and they send me a really bad product, I'm just going to cancel the sponsorship and just be like, yeah, I'm just going to review this like normal because there's issues with this. So, yeah. And also, there's going to be things where, like, even if I'm sponsored, I'll have the right to just say whatever the hell I want. And I prefer those. Anyway. I was looking at the Legatus. All right, cool. Let's do that then. Because I will always happily recommend Alexander PCs. Sorry, I had to have my rant. I just did. I had to have my rant. Oh, look at this. They got all the LCD fans on here with reverse flow. Damn. Hell yeah. TJ. So we hit 5800, 5080 right there. And you can up the RAM if you need to, but you don't need to. 64 gigs is totally fine. 2 terabyte Kingston Fury Renegade. Well, you got the budget to pop it up to 4 terabytes if you want. Puts it at 4788. Now you have 4 terabytes of storage and plenty of drive space elsewhere. But we got to look at this motherboard. Let's take a look at whether this is going to be good for a streaming PC. I get the feeling it's going to be just fine. It's okay. I'm just clicking it. Not like you need to do anything about that. It's not great. It's not. Now, there are some devices that are going to be USB-C. A lot of like really high-end capture cards are going to be USB-C, and they'll be able to benefit off this. I don't like this. I don't like this that much. No. I would rather have gotten rid of one of the Ethernet ports. The majority of people are not going to need that at all. I'm not a fan of this motherboard. I don't think that's great. Because seriously, that's 6 USB Type A's, and most devices are still Type A. Yeah. Nope, don't like this. I think there's better AMD motherboards out there. I know the power delivery is probably awesome, more than it needs to be for sure. The shielding is neat and all that. What are we looking at? See, they got rid of one of these PCIe slots, so that limits your expandability. But whatever, it's not that. It's still it's fine because you get extra USB Type C, I suppose. So overall, you actually have 10 USB ports on here. Okay, that's not bad. And there are, like, you can also use adapters to go from USB Type C to Type A, because again, most streaming devices or things like that, audio interfaces, although like I have my Rodecaster Pro 2, that is Type C to Type C. So that would be great for one of these USB 4s or this USB 10 gigabit per second right here. You have Wi-Fi 7 with easy connects right there. If you have really fast internet, that 5 gig Ethernet's going to be really nice. I'm not a fan of this because I want, like, this right here is a waste of space. That should have been more USB. Asus, get your heads out of your asses. Like, this is stupid. This is unbelievably stupid. Like, these should be USB Type A's right here. So should this. Just put in the 5 gig. But still, better than the one that... and Alexander PCs doesn't call this a creator PC. These guys do. And they put a lame freaking motherboard in there. This is fine. I think it'll be fine with this. I wish they hadn't gotten rid of the expansion slot down here so you could do something like this. Check this out. Well, you could, if you're not going to use an internal capture card for your camera or whatever, then you can put in something like this, and then you'll be fine. See this right here? Gives you, without any power coming from the power supply, it's just from the PCIe bus, you're going to get 7 USB Type A's right there, USB 3.0, direct through PCIe lanes instead of, you know, I mean, it's going to be good. Still through the chipset, but it'll be fine. Do something like that. If you find that you're getting more and more devices that you want to connect, like, okay, I want to have 3 different Elgato face cams or external capture cards, or like the, you know, the Elgato, they came out with a new Cam Link 4K that does 4K 60. Want to get 3 of those and have 3 camera angles or whatever you want to do. You obviously have a high budget for your PC, so you're probably doing some crazy things with your setup. So instead of an internal capture card, you can use that for I/O and just use external capture cards with those 4 USB Type-Cs that are right there. You should be fine. I'm just tired of like, it's USB all over the place. Like there's more and more USB devices that people are getting every day, especially when it comes to streamers in particular. And if you're doing video editing and you want to just have some really fast external storage, you can use the 2.5 gig Ethernet port and do a NAS drive or something like that. But yeah, otherwise this is fine. This is totally fine. I would just choose a 4 terabyte storage so you don't have to add more storage right off the bat. Let's see what the storage options are on this motherboard. Tech specs. What do we got? Storage. 5 M.2 slots and 1 slim SAS connector. Interesting. Okay. You won't use that, but it's there. Shut up. Go away. Okay. Let's see. When M.2.2 and M.2.3 are established, enabled simultaneously, PCIe X16 2 will be disabled. You had 1 extra X16 slot, and you gave it a very easy way to accidentally disable that. That's Asus. When M.2.3 are enabled, PCI X16.1 will run at X8, and X16.2 will run at X4, which is fine. It's totally fine. M.2.2 will be disabled. What are you talking about? Oh, hold up. M.2, 2, and 3, are those in a Hyper M.2 card or whatever? Or are they on the board? Man, motherboard manufacturers be playing sometimes. No, they're all on the board. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So they got, okay. So you're going to want, there's 2 M.2 sockets you're not going to want to use. This is the primary one. They'll use that. It's up to them to build it. You don't have to build it. But if you're going to add storage, you're probably going to put it into either this one or this one here. That's probably your 4 and 5. Then it won't disrupt anything with this slot right here in case you put one of those cards in there or an internal capture card or whatever. All right, cool. All right, there we go. All right, I'll sign off on that. Now, another thing is you can get $50 off by using my code Brayathorn. That's some money back in your pocket, and we're already under budget. So there you go. Let me just refresh this by, I guess, going back into it again, because it gives like a weird URL if you start selecting stuff. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to switch it to the 5080 and then switch it to the 4 terabyte storage. I still need that STL for the fan grill. I never guaranteed I'd be able to get it. I haven't gotten it myself, so yeah. I don't know pricing on the Astral 5080, Aeon. I don't know pricing just memorized, so I'm not the right person to ask for that. Even ITX IO ROG is enough for content creators. What are you talking about? ITX IO sucks most of the time. Like, it's terrible. But I'm not talking about content creation specifically. I'm talking about streaming. ROG IO. Now, if you're talking about like the X670 E-E or X870 E-E or something, yeah, those are going to be better than this one. I don't like the crosshair. I think that the way the IO is laid out is really stupid. But it's workable. It's more workable than the alternative. Oh yeah, inks. Here you go. Code Brayathorn. There you go. 40 GM port scan M run 8K. Sorry, but you lost me in the syntax there. What are you talking about? 9 USB-A, 4 USB-C with, 2 being 40 gig ports. USB-C 40 gig? Yes. Wait, what is happening right now? Though the X870E Carbon by MSI, yeah, that one's crazy. We talked about that on the last stream. We went over that in the last stream. It was crazy. I like that board a lot, and I think that should be in this system, not this board. But it's all good. It's not meant for creators, but it has a better board for creators, for streamers. Outlaw Torn, what's up? Welcome. Adam, what's up? Try Meta PC I know Meta. Starforge could have dead brained and put an Asus ProArt motherboard for a creator PC. They could have. I'm not a huge fan of ProArt. They're pretty good. But even that whiffs it on IO a little bit. Like, seriously, I just want to see just this. Like, this is so easy. Just do this. This is plenty. And they could have even put 2 more here if they wanted to. But this is super easy. Now, yeah, you lose a little bit on Type-C there, but this is like a $220 motherboard. What do you want? And a lot of devices are going to run off of this, off of Type-A. 40 gig bandwidth USB for running 8K res screens, potentially. Which everyone's going to do, Aeon. Absolutely. I'm sure everyone's going to do that. Okay. There's yours. Let me put your thing here. Here we go. Done. 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 Road Dog RN gave up on doing the emote unless I missed it. Oh, what's up? Num Num Juicy. Sorry if I didn't respond to you for a while. I was helping somebody. I absolutely love my pre-built. It's an okay. All right. Cool. My brother had an Alexander PC and he loves it. It has the Gladiator. Nice. Araxinus, Digital Storm bought way too much, apparently, of the very early PCIe Gen 3 M.2 drives and DDR5. They're using really old spec stuff and labeling it Digital Storm Performance Series. It's deceptive and it's kind of sad. And I don't like what they're doing with Build Redux either. So it looks like we're doing a parts list for this one. Wheeled Gamer, you still here? Falcon Northwest shows off with their awesome case prints, less so RGB. Yes, that is very true. I should tell my friend about. I told my friend about he should jump a pre-built 9800 X3D and Astral 5080 OC. Okay, why the Astral one? That's a waste of money. Just get any other card, like save hundreds of dollars. Tag Asmon Gold. Asmon doesn't choose the parts for the PCs, but he might appreciate the need for more I/O. Starforge has used MSI Tomahawk boards from day one, interestingly enough. To be fair, they're very reliable, and that's very important for a system integrator. I believe. Okay, so I already did that, already responded to that. Need one for 12th gen Intel. What, a motherboard? Is that typically what those ports look like? Faster USB will have colors? Yes. The red ones are 10 gigabit per second, blue ones are 5 gigabit per second, and the black ones are just USB 2.0, like old school. Great for mice, keyboards, headsets, things like that. What is odd is the Z790 Tomahawk has 8 USB. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess they just went Tomahawk on both. Bad Hero version? Yeah, it wasn't too. Yeah. RG dropped the ball in IO. I feel for the X870 Hero. E-Gaming has much better. Yeah, I mean, it should be the board that's in there, honestly. Crosshair is just overspending on and losing IO. I'm just trying to catch up with chats. Sorry, I had technical difficulties. All right, cool. I'm going to highlight you here. All right. There we go. Inks, thank you for the biddies. It's not essential to give bits, but I do appreciate the 100 bits. Thank you very much. Mythos Web, what's up? Welcome. Talking about 8K, but I love 1080p. Yeah. I see. Thanks for letting me know the deal with Digital Storm. Yeah. You cannot use their default specs. You cannot do it. They will, like, it's price gouging on old parts, and you're going to be there like, why isn't my PC more snappy? Like, I just bought this thing. And they have, like, I don't know, like 1,800 or 2,000 megabyte per second read speeds in 2025. Come on. Let me just drool over that PC. So much good information. I'm not in the market, but I love all the info. Outlaw, I appreciate that. Robert, need super PCI USB port card. Did you post an Amazon affiliate link on it? I have no access to my Amazon to generate Amazon affiliate links right now. I need to get access to that account. But if you search USB 3.0 PCIe, you'll find it. Patrick says, to me, Starforge has kind of lost their way. Other system integrators seem to be doing it better than they are now. Starforge has not lost their way. They just chose a bad motherboard. They're actually killing it right now. When I criticize them, I'm not criticizing the entire company. I'm criticizing one component choice. That component choice, unfortunately, means that they misnamed a PC by calling it a creator PC when it clearly is not. How does one go about submitting a parts list again? Well, you just submit the form that's linked in the description. It's the first thing in the description. So you're not submitting your parts list, because a parts list means nothing to me, because I don't know anything about you. You're submitting information about yourself, what your budget is, what you're going to use your PC for, whether you want it in black or in white, what you're going to game at resolution-wise, 1080p, 1440p, or if you're not, you might not even be gaming. You can tell me whether you're doing video editing, whether you're doing 3D design, or things like that. Your parts list comes after your needs. If anyone just looks at your parts list and says, you're good to go, they don't know, because they don't know enough about you yet. That's why I do one-on-one. So fill out the form that's listed in the description and you'll be good to go. Mike Hernandez, what's up? Welcome. Brian Rhodes, how's it going? Welcome. I got my PC Bros 7700X 4070 Super on Monday. Loving it so far. Build is very clean too. Wiring's clean. Nice. Warrior Sailor, thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a great night as well. All right. Wheeled Gamer. Did you say you're still here? You are next. I recommend my UK friend a 900 X3D Astro 5080. Okay, Aeon, you already said that earlier, didn't you? Oh, I was strolled up. Never mind. Unless you did say that multiple times. You did. Oh no, you asked about the Astral 5080. Oh no, you did say the same thing. Aeon, why are you spamming that? And also, why the Astral 5080? It's a waste of money. I was so sad I couldn't get the new 5080 today, Agent Junie. Well, those are going to have better availability than 5090s. You just got to give it time. It could take a week or two for stock to come back. But it's always going to be much harder to get them at retail. The best place to get the new GPUs is going to be from a pre-built, in a pre-built. That's just going to be how it is. And that what's going to happen is you order it and it might have a lead time. You might have to wait a week or two or three. Like in the case of Falcon Northwest, you can get a 5090 system, but it's going to be a 50-day wait. But yeah, it's just going to be, you can't really get in line to buy a retail GPU, but you can with the pre-built. So if you're just trying to upgrade, that is a complication, obviously, because you already have a PC. But if you're looking for a PC and you're wanting to build it yourself, consider getting a pre-built anyway, because then if you want to build it if you want to build a PC, take that pre-built and do a case migration into a different case or something like that. Then you get to have the build experience, but then you also have the GPU that's unobtainium right now. Caspo1, chat or Braythorn, grab this from Facebook. Okay, specs. Anything I would change for 1440 gaming? Well, eventually you'll want to probably swap out the 3070 Ti because it is limited to 8 gigs of VRAM. And newer games, since that there's, a bunch of stuff has come out or gotten upgraded since, or not upgraded, but a bunch of games have come out since the 3070 Ti was new, and 8 gigs of VRAM is going to limit you. So yeah, Overclocker's UK PC, it was the only option, or tough. Go tough. Just go tough. And it had a hero board. They don't have any other motherboard. There's no shortage on motherboards right now. Try Scan PC. They're in the UK as well, from my understanding. I haven't really gotten to look at them yet. But Aeon, if you want me to do a PC recommendation for them, I can. Just fill out the form. I'm going to still try to get the card in the next few weeks. Okay, give it a shot. And if that does not work, just get a pre-built. I had to do that. I'm a DIY enthusiast through and through. But what started me talking about this and getting into this career that I do now was that I was like, during the shortages, 2021, something like that, I was like, I can't get a 3070. I want a 3070. Oh, look, for the same price of just buying the GPU on eBay, I can get a whole computer with the 3070. I'm just going to do that. And then I eventually built it, I mixed it with new parts, all that kind of stuff into an awesome custom PC. That's what I would say is the best way to go about it. Best way to go about it. No problem, Caspo1. Keep an eye out because I'm hoping supply for the 5070 is going to be way better, and that might be a really solid upgrade. It's just, what was the power supply? Power supply is 1,000 watts. Yeah, just go for a 5070. It'll be 12 gigs VRAM in that, or 5070 Ti, which has 16 gigs of VRAM. And don't necessarily get rid of that 3070 Ti for the Win 3 Ultra, because that is a gorgeous card and they're not made anymore. I mean, Clearly, EVGA doesn't make GPUs anymore. Looking for a second monitor now. Think of something small like a tablet with touchscreen just to read chats and watch YouTuber videos while gaming. Yeah, just get a portable monitor. You can get portable 1080p monitors with like 144 hertz refresh rates for like 150 bucks, I think. So it'll still be something you could use for gaming on the go. Like even to hook up like a Steam Deck to if you wanted to. I have EVGA 3080. Throw that in there. That is 12 gigs of VRAM. Do that. Swap it into the PC. So I'm not getting a response from Wheeled Gamer. Wheeled Gamer, are you there? Otherwise, we'll need to move on and we'll come back to you if you return to the stream. Okay, all right, there you are. Yeah, I was calling out for you for a little while there. Will we ever see pre-2020 stock and availability for graphics cards again? No, and that's NVIDIA's goal. They want to control the market as much as possible. It's been stated. It was stated in an earnings call, and we all learned a very important lesson there. NVIDIA's stockholders, shareholders come first, and they have to, I guess. I mean, that's what happens with publicly traded companies. But they found a way to really crank the demand, and they're doing it. I really think you have to find one. The one I was looking at, someone said they weren't able to use a touchscreen when it was set as a second screen. Oh, you said with touchscreen. Some will have it, I guess. It'll require that USB connection, probably USB-C, single connection, but yeah. All right, Wheeled Gamer, looking at 1,500 to 2,000. What is the actual maximum budget? I'm not looking for a range, just the maximum amount for your parts list. Looking at the Dallas Micro Center. Let's see, streaming. Streaming. Oh, so is this just strictly a streaming PC? No gaming? Because you did not pick gaming as one of the things. Okay, strictly streaming. All right. 10 gig VRAM, I believe. Oh, yeah, the 12 gig was the 3080 Ti. That's right. 10 gigs. Thank you for calling me out on that. Appreciate it. I was wrong on that. 3080 Ti was 12 gigs. Wasn't it? Man, I don't even remember anymore. That was a long time ago. $12 gigs, yes. It is what it is, I guess. Yeah, it is. That's why we need AMD to up their game in GPUs, and we need Intel to do well. The thing is, even if they do, there's no telling whether people will ever shift away from their dependency on Nvidia cards. Just the preference. Okay, Dallas Micro Center. Just need that max budget so I can adjust it here. Okay, that's very, very vague. I'm going to ask again. Just give me a number that you won't change later. I've had that happen to me many times, and I need a number to work with. All NVIDIA 5090 and 5080 GPUs are sold out. Please check back regularly for restocks. Yeah, huh? No, we will not allow you to just sign up for updates, because by the time you see the update, they'll be sold out again. It doesn't say that. I'm extrapolating from that. Dallas, Texas. There we go. 2,500. Okay, my suggestion to you is, and I want you to understand real quick, this is part of the experience. You must have missed this part. If you ignore the instructions on any of the questions, you agree to be roasted on stream. Good-natured roast, don't worry. Too much zoom. I have typed this in all caps. I have put it in bold. I have put it in italics, and I've underlined it. I cannot format this word any further to make it more obvious, so that you need to select the correct option here. So you should either be here or in this one here. But yes, this says, if you ignore the instructions and any questions, you agree to be roasted on stream. I would say that's a pretty mild roast, but I now worry that you may not have fully read all the questions in the form. Because, like, can I make this larger? Can I do that? I don't know if that's going to mess everything up. Can I make that? I can't enlarge the text, guys. I can't do it. I cannot format that any further. Oh, here, hold on. There you go. Wheel Gamer, this is just for you right there. There you go. I have permanently changed my form just for you. There we go. Roast is a little less mild now, but there it is. Okay. Now, chat, I need you to help me out. All right? All of y'all. What is this word right here? What is this word? Can we all say it together, please? Okay? Everybody come together on this. We need to make sure that everybody filling out the form sees this. Okay? What is the word? Maximum. Maximum. That means the big number, the biggest number, the biggest a number can be. And you can't have more than one number that's a maximum, right? Like, there's only one of those. Thank you, chat. We got it. Well, YouTube chat failed completely, but there's a lag there. That's why. YouTube chat failed completely. That's because there's like a 15 to 20 or 30 second, maybe 3, 4, 5 minute lag. There we go, Torn. You got it. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. We're all good. Will Gamer didn't chime in. I was hoping you would. It's okay. I think we got the number now, though. We got the number. Now, why is it that I'm so anal retentive about that? Because I like data. I like accurate data. This is generated by your entries, and this informs my future content. So you're here, but you should be here or here. You're in the middle of those. So that's that. That's why. It just helps me with how I do. Okay, let's do a PC at, let's look at PCs from different SIs from 1500 to 2000, because, you know, we have 23.1% of people looking for that, or, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's why. So that explains the SAS. But okay, let's go to custom PC builder. Now here's what I'm probably going to recommend for you, because you're just streaming with this thing. Now you could go. Well, let's hold on. Before that, let's see what GPUs they have in stock, because they don't have any. I wouldn't do a 5080 in this system anyway. But I'm just saying. Let's see what GPUs are in stock. Select the video card. Let's see what we got. Yo, not for your system, because it's not quite in the, well, actually it could be. They have a refurbished 4090 for $1399 in the Dallas Micro Center. That's crazy. Do you know what these things are selling for right now? Like $4,000. Brand new though, but like, yo, what's up, Heart Racer? How's it going? Posture check, you got it. And thank you for chiming in with your first time chat, Darth Dan, to say maximum. I appreciate the support. Thank you. And I appreciate, Wheel Gamer, that you were here for it. I think it's the encoder Nvidia has is why it's going to remain on top. Well, I would say the encoding on AMD is very quickly catching up. It's a massive improvement from 7000 series encoding is very much improved from 6000 series. Wow. Okay. Other than that, though, but this is just a streaming PC. Like, you don't need it to be like, you could do a 4060 Ti. Sure. It doesn't have the dual encoders. You don't necessarily need dual encoders for that. You're just streaming. You could do that. 7800 XT is another option. What color did you pick for your build? Why are you leaving the builder today? Oh boy, chat. We get to mess with whoever has to read these again. Instructions unclear. I left the building too. That's really dumb. It's really stupid and makes no sense. But you guys understand that's the goal, right? Okay. I just hate like how, I don't know if, is it needy or passive aggressive? One of those. So you're looking for we're going to do the build in black. Not too much RGB, but some, yes. You want to be able to upgrade the CPU over time, so we can go with AMD. Though Core Ultra 200S does allow for upgrades for at least one more generation of CPUs. That's going to be it. With AMD, we don't know if it's going to be another generation or two, because they said 2027 and beyond they're going to be supporting AM5. If AM4 was any indication, they're going to be making CPUs for it for a long time. So I just kind of tend to go that route if you say yes to that question. So we're building a streaming machine. It could just be any Nvidia or AMD GPU. If it's AMD, if it's 7000 series, that's what I would do if you're getting that one. But you could also do this white 4060 Ti or this black Zotac 4060 Ti. That would work just fine. You could just do a 4060 if you want. Only one of those, though. This PNY one here, $299. Look at that, $299. But it makes sense why 5090 is amazing for content creation when providing content. You don't have to render out stuff before watching it in real time since all the encoders and decoders. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't render stuff out before watching it usually. Well, of course, I have a 4090, but. So you're telling us you want our maximum budget. Just want to make that clear. TJ, yes, that's the one. That's the thing. That's what we need. I'm glad we cleared that up. Just wait, guys. Just imagine. Now, every time that happens, because you got to understand, Wheel Gamer, that does happen pretty frequently. I just want to be clear about that. But we could just add more emphasis with different symbols around the word as time goes on. It's going to look crazier and crazier. I can't wait. Yeah, all right. Yeah, just do a 4060. And here's a triple fan one right here for $299. Let's just get more items on the page. Thank you. What other 4060? Look at this single fan 4060. It is adorable. Uh, 3060s, interesting. Look at this. I get it. 3060 was pretty great, and it is a 12 gig card versus the 8 gig here. But I would still do a 4060 over a 3060. I mean, 3060 doesn't have AV1. Keep that in mind. I'm trying to see if there's a 4060 that's like on special right now. Nope. Okay. We're getting too low in prices for that to be a thing. All right. Well, I mean, we have $2,500 to go to build this thing, though. But you just don't need a crazy GPU if it's just a dedicated streaming machine. You just don't need that. So I don't want you wasting money on that. $4060 it is. Yeah, if it's dedicated streaming, we're going to focus the budget where it matters. We're going to focus it in making sure that you have enough I/O on the motherboard. Just things like that. You should add a maximum emote. It's kind of an awkward word for an emote. But I should do that. You're right, Lux. What's up, by the way? Dedicated streaming machine only need a Turing GPU. Well, we're beyond Turing. And no, I want to have AV1 encoding in there. Turing-based NVENC does not have AV1. That is one of the things I was excited about with the 50 series is the 9th gen NVENC, but unless Wheeled Gamer, unless you want to wait for the 5070 to launch, that might be a smart move, actually, if you can manage to get one. What you can do is this. Hold on to this list until the 20th, I think, of February is when they're launching it, I think. Try to grab yourself a 5070, use that instead. If not, grab a 4060. The 5070 is going to have more VRAM. It's going to have 12 gigs of VRAM. It's going to have the 9th gen NVENC encoder. I hate saying NVENC encoder. It's like saying ATM machine, but here we are. The next generation NVENC and all that. Turing was 2000 series, 1660 Super, 30 series also had Turing-based NVENC. So you could get a 1660 Super and you'd have the same encoder as a 3090, essentially. It didn't need to be beefed up. It was just an encoder. It was a dedicated encoder. So you could encode video without taking away from your gaming performance. Now, here's the question. Well, I already said AMD, didn't I? What should we do CPU-wise? Let me ask you this, Wheeled Gamer. How crazy are you going to get with your stream? Are you going to be having a lot of stuff going on in there? You're going to be on the streaming system running like your Spotify, Discord, things like that. Of course, OBS, and doing capture from your gaming PC and all that, or console. Anyway, is there going to be a lot of stuff running at the same time? Or are you going to try to keep things kind of simple? Because we don't have to go crazy with the CPU. You don't have to spend $2,500 on a dedicated streaming PC. You just don't. Because like 7700X, totally fine for streaming. Could go 9700X. It is only $40 more. It did add more. It is more efficient, better thermals, all that. For $40, yeah, I would do that. We're way under budget so far. All right, I'm just going to keep on trucking here. This is where we have fun. What do we do for motherboard? Well, guess what? They have the one that I've recommended the most, but you're not limited necessarily to getting this one for $279. So the other one that's out there that you should consider, let's go here, turn off compatibility filter, go X870. E. And there it is. This thing is an absolute monstrosity. Look at this I/O. It's crazy. Now you're going to get more Type A ports from this guy over here. Now let me take off the, add X670E, and there it is. This guy right here is going to give you overall more Type A ports, but fewer Type C ports. But it is way cheaper. So let's see. 11 Type A ports here. Some of them, of course, being USB 2.0, but totally totally fine. That's where your peripherals go, your regular keyboard, mouse stuff go. This one, though, has, instead of 11 Type A's and 1 Type C, okay, you're getting 9 Type A's, all of them 10 gigabit per second, and 4 Type C. So overall, you actually have more USB ports overall, with 2 of them being USB 4. But, you know, fewer Type 8s. Plus dual Ethernet, Wi-Fi 7, which is an upgrade as well. Better power delivery on this one. Same amount of storage sockets. So you have 4 M.2 sockets in this one as well. But it is like $250 more. Well, let's see what the price is on this one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, $270 more. So pick your poison. TF2NN. Hello, Braithorn. Is 4090 or 5080 better? I saw iBuyPower listed 5080s on their custom builds. For what, TF2? Aeon, hold on. Have you not, like, learned anything from watching my streams? You've been here for a while. Like, you don't just answer questions. You have to ask questions because people never provide enough information when they're asking questions to get an accurate answer. So instead, it could be like, hey, hello, Braithorn, is a 4090 or 5080 better for video editing? Or is it better for 4K gaming? Or is it better for gaming? At what resolution? Remember, guys, if you're ever trying to take some of the knowledge you've gained here and try to help other people, you have to understand that until you know their needs, you know nothing. You cannot make a recommendation without knowing the needs of the person you're recommending stuff to. 4K gaming. Okay. Well, I'll say this. Do you have an insanely high budget? Because first off, iBuyPower doesn't have any 4090s. If you're buying from iBuyPower, you can't get a 4090. You'd have to get a 5080. I want to play Counter-Strike. If you want to be competitive, don't go to 4K. Do maybe 1440p at most. But you know what? I can't tell you how to do that. You do it however you want. Yeah, 4090 right now. We looked at this early in the stream. 4090s, if you want to buy them at retail, are anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000. Whereas the 5080 is supposed to be around $999. So it doesn't matter if the 4090 is faster. There is zero chance that it's better price to performance. So just go 5080. Yeah, they stopped making them in October. They stopped making them months ago. So they're extremely hard to get. Nobody can get them. If you find it for sale, it's either used or being scalped. So yeah, if you go on Newegg, you'll see right now a Founders Edition 4090 for over $4,000. Just for the GPU, yes. IMO and AMD card would be better for esports games. Based on what? I mean, I agree with you. They're great for they're great for price to performance, and in competitive gaming, they can be really compelling depending on the game. It depends on the game, though. I would need to see a comparison of Counter-Strike between AMD and Nvidia. And I don't know that I've seen anyone comparing Counter-Strike, unless maybe Hardware Unboxed did. But I'm helping somebody else right now. Let me go ahead and finish up with that first. But yeah, I'm going to ask you what you would like. Wheeled Gamer, would you like this for your IO? I explained the whole thing. I explained why one is how they're different already. So which do you think you would prefer? Okay. I think that's a solid choice. I just need to make sure they actually have it now. There it is. Yeah, they have 5 in stock. See, this is where the budget comes in handy, and why not going over budget on a GPU comes in handy. Because you can invest more in the part that matters for a streaming machine, which is your motherboard. Let's overdo it a little bit on the RAM too. We'll do 64 gigs just so that there is zero chance of you running out of RAM. It's very unlikely. It's extremely unlikely that you need 64 gigs. Chat, I already know that. Okay. 32 is probably fine. We can probably just do 32. But there's extra budget here. And we don't know how streaming is going to change in the next 5 years. Remember that. We know what we know now, but we don't know what we're going to know then. What's up, Skeeter? How's it going? So yeah, it's a little wasteful to do this right now. But there's a chance that in a few years, you're going to be like, oh, cool, I don't need to upgrade my RAM. because OBS does all these things now, and now I can do all this kind of stuff, streaming to Twitch and to YouTube, and all this multi-streaming, all this other stuff. Uh-oh, I ran out of RAM. So it's just prudent to overdo it if possible, and it is possible. So memory capacity 2x32. It is 7000 series Ryzen, so we're gonna go with 6000 CL 30. There we go. And it is only $8 more to go from the G.Skill Flare X5 to the Trident Z5 Neo. So it's the same memory, but with the cooler look in RGB for $8. So $200 for a 64 gig kit of RAM with the perfect specs for a Ryzen 7000 series. There you go. M.2, we can also go a little overboard here. We'll do Inland Performance Plus, so you save a little money there, but you're gonna get 4 terabytes. It's gonna be very fast, and the performance is ridiculous. And the longevity is excellent. $299, 4 terabyte drive. You're not gonna have to add storage for like a really long time. And we're still at only $15.99. CPU, motherboard, storage, RAM, GPU, all selected already, and you're at $15.99. That's okay, Aeon, you're good. No problem, don't worry about it. I use situations like that as a way to just give that advice. Every moment can be a teachable moment if you're annoying enough, like I am. Now, you said you wanted some RGB, but not too much. Hear me out, chat. All right. Oh, now, well, let me ask you this, Wheel Gamer, real quick. Is there any constraint on the size of the PC? Are you wanting to keep it a reasonable size? Does it matter if it's a large case? What are we thinking there? I wonder if I should have put into the form whether someone wants their PC case, the overall size, to be small, regular, or large, like as if I'm taking their food order or something. Because then I can kind of get some numbers on how many people are looking for just standard size PCs, how many people want it to be big and like crazy looking, and how many people are actually looking for small form factor. But yeah, reasonable with good airflow. All right, cool. Got you. Okay. 216 would do the job for that 100%. Langcool 3, a little bigger, heavy. Let's pick a black case. Let's pick the color in black so that we can narrow this down. There we go. G400A would definitely do the job. Love seeing Fantex cases here. It's awesome. There's a while where you would not find Fantex cases at Micro Center. There's also the XT Pro Ultra, and that would be more on the budget side of things, but still very nice. I think I'm gonna say G400A comes with what size fans? Let's see. I'll explain in a second. 4 140s. Nice. Okay, let's go with this. Yeah, if they came with 120 millimeter fans, I would say go with 140 because the other one, the XT Pro, because it has 140s in it. And the larger the diameter of your fan, the quieter it is, even when moving the same volume of air, because it spins at a lower RPM to move more air at a lower speed. But let's go ahead and pick this because they both have 140s. I think this is, it's within budget, and I mean, we're very well within budget, but still. Power supply. You don't need anything crazy here. In fact, 750 is fine. 850 is overkill. But we might do that because you might find yourself, I don't know, later on you might be like, you know what? I want this to be my new main PC. And I'm going to upgrade the GPU. And, oh, now I have to swap out the power supply. Let's just do 850, which should cover most things. I don't know if I would run like a 5080 on. Well, actually, yeah. The 5080 is actually turning out to be pretty efficient, especially if you use MFG. Let's just choose our wattage. See, this is what's so stupid about this. Like the compatibility filter, you just cannot deselect. You can't narrow it down at all. It just like locks in all those. Like, who decided that was a good idea? So 750, maybe 850. I mean, we're running a 4060 in here. What I wonder is if Case Company will adapt to 4-slot GPUs. They already did. Yeah. They had to from 40 series. So a couple of years ago. That's the reason. That's not what I wanted to select. Oh, we'll just do 850. So you don't have to upgrade it later. We're doing a little excess here because we're so under budget on this. If the whole reason the Y70 exists is because they made the Y60 and it has 3 slots for the GPU, and then the 4090 came out and they were like, oh, okay, it's a lot. It's that's thick. Oh, it's thick. Okay, it doesn't fit in our cases. That's not good. So they made the Y70. Let's see here. Let's go with this guy. Corsair Army Series ARM 850E, 850 watt cybernetics gold rating. So that ATX 3.1. Sure, 129. Not bad. SFF case companies. Some of them have enough room for. You're not going to put a 4-slot card in one of those, but some can actually manage it. Ish. Well, we don't need to go with, well, we're going 7700X. Not the standard 7700. Or 9700X. Let's just do a liquid cooler. It'll look nice in there. Let's see if they have Fantex. That'd be cool. Let's find out. They don't. Okay, it's not a problem. Do they have the... No, it's 240. I mean, you might as well do a 360 because the case can fit it and it'll look nice. And you just have extra thermal capacity if you ever upgrade the CPU, which you said you did want to have the ability to do so. So let's go with the Arctic Liquid Freezer 3. Because this one has great acoustics as well. It stays nice and quiet. And we're good. There you go. Also, they do have capture cards, but you might already have what you need for that. It's funny because there's not a lot of internal ones. There's literally 2 internal capture cards. Oh, there's Blackmagic, but this is more enterprise level. As is this one and this one. Anything Blackmagic for a capture card is going to be not necessarily for the average end user. It doesn't use HDMI. Anyways, it's an option there though. You can add it to your list, have the whole thing, all your parts in one place, and all of that. But yeah, okay. There's your list. After a long delay and numerous compromises, I finally got my PC on the 15th. Okay, interesting. Well, congrats on getting your PC. So what I need you to do, okay, Wheeled Gamer, I need you to do this. Check this out. So you see right over here, where it says save this build. So just go to that, save this build, and create a Micro Center account to save this parts list to your account there, or just go to add to cart and do that. Because once I close this window, this build goes bye-bye. So you need to do that now because I might have another Micro Center build come up here soon. So yeah, just to make sure you don't lose all that work we put into it. What is going on over in YouTube chat? Y'all haven't said anything for like ever, unless I'm just missing something. Maybe it's not updating. Yeah, ever since I made the maximum joke. That's the last thing that I got over there. What's in the agenda for this Sunday's gaming stream? Are you finally going to bless us with Subnautica? I just don't know. I don't know if I want to play Subnautica. Like, I'm playing stuff that I want to play. I had a lot of fun getting through the Hollow Knight randomizer on Sunday. This past Sunday, it was a lot of fun. I needed that fun. And then the things only got weirder the next day, of course, with everything going on here. But I don't know. You know what I'm thinking? And I talked about this before. It's just I'm so new to it, and I don't know the nuances of it. But I want to get into GTA RP. I want to get into 5M, all that. I've been messing around with it a little bit here and there, just to try and learn some of the commands and some of the lingo and all this. So involved. What's up, NY? How's it going? Oh, just listening? Okay. Well, I appreciate it. I've always wanted to do a podcast, but maybe I'm already doing one. I'm actually considering building my very first computer. What's up, Zintech? How's it going? That's exciting. It's a rough time right now, though. It is. It's hard to buy GPUs unless you're near a Micro Center, and even Micro Center is super short on GPUs. 50 series sold out everywhere immediately, probably in less than a minute. Scalpers have them, probably scalping them already. Yeah. And Nvidia made sure that, well, depending on your budget, if you're like at $1,000 for your budget, you're probably fine. There's a bunch of stuff out there for you. But if you're at $1,500 or up for your budget, Nvidia made sure that they had nothing for you, because they took all their 4070 Super, 4070 Ti Super, 4080 Super, 4090 all off the market. They stopped producing them months ago so that there wouldn't be any left in the market when 50 series launched. And then they were like, maybe we'll make 8 GPUs. That should be enough for the entire global demand, right? Make 8 of them. No, sorry, not near a Micro Center. That's okay. Most people aren't near a Micro Center. You're fine. I got an automated text today from Skytech about 50 series. Do they still have some? I don't know if they're letting you know that you can order a system with a 5080 in it, but I just don't know how long it's going to take because supply is up in the air. Unless they got word on that. Hold on, let me ask Jeff real quick. It's late, but it's 2 hours less late over there. As mentioned, saw 5080 in the custom builder with no additional lead time noted. Are y'all expecting good availability now? Because I chatted with them yesterday, but there could have been an update between now and then. I'm not sure if the text was talking about full builds of 50 series, if they're selling them individually. No, they're not selling them individually. No, they're not. They would not do that. How much would you pay for this PC? And why? I can't tell you because I wouldn't buy that. Intel Core i5 8400, 8 gigs of RAM, 2 terabyte hard drive, and no GPU, just Intel graphics, I wouldn't buy it. I don't know what that would be valuated at on the market. I have no idea. I have no point of comparison for that. That is, yeah. It's 8th gen? No, I don't know. I have no idea. I wouldn't pay for that. Let's put it that way. There's zero upgradability to it. You can upgrade the RAM, I guess, but what is that? Is that even DDR thing? Is that DDR4? 8th gen? Got it for 120 bucks? Cool. Okay. I mean, that's something. And maybe you could throw a graphics card in there, but 8th gen Intel, there's not really an upgrade path for you there. Because a lot of the stuff's just not available anymore. Well, yeah, you need a graphics card. Intel UHD graphics on 8th gen is not gaming ready, basically. I would do, see if you can find something like an RX 580. Throw it in there, an AMD RX 580. Throw that in there, that'll help you out a lot. Would work good for a network storage server. I would still get something newer for that personally, but that's my personal preference. But that just means that I don't have any kind of basis of knowledge for pricing for things like that. I don't see the thing. You guys got to remember something. When someone clicks on my channel, they're going to be newer to PCs. That is the nature of the way the algorithm works for me. The way my content draws viewers is usually I don't usually get people who are long-time builders. They don't care about pre-builds, unfortunately. So, well, some do because they're like done with building for now, or they just don't feel like doing it now, or they're recommending it for somebody else. But I'm not going to send someone who's new to PCs to older tech. There's more involved with maintaining that, and there's like, I like something, whether it'll be utilized or not, upgradability is important to me. I would rather you have the option to upgrade and not do it than need the option to upgrade and you're stuck. But I mean, I'm not condemned. It's 120 bucks. RX 580 good for Fortnite Minecraft. I mean, if you're doing 1080p, it's fine, I guess. It's just it's whatever your budget is if you're upgrading. Actually, what I would say is probably in like an RX 6600 if you're doing 1080p, or RX 6600 XT. We're going to be moving to the next person on the list, by the way, here in a second. Okay. So, Wheeled Gamer, we got you all taken care of. Nice to see that. Road Dog RN, are you still here? You still with us here? No problem, NY. That reminds me, I don't know many details, but someone I was gaming with had told me Intel made their own graphics card recently, and it's supposed to be good. Does that ring a bell at all? Yeah. Yeah, it's the ARC graphics card. They've been doing it for a couple of years now. It was Arc Alchemist GPUs, and now it's Arc Battle Mage, the next generation. And they came out to really good reviews. But they're not, they're kind of entry level ish, though they can do 1440p. In fact, NY, you might want to consider something like a what is it, B570 or B580 for your GPU instead. And hey, it's all Intel. Okay, I don't actually, it's not telling me there's an ad break right now. Just checking in on Road Dog RN. Your turn is up. Are you here? Just a little word to y'all. If you submit the form and you're on the list to get help, and then you have to leave, please tell me. I'm not going to remove you from the list, even if I usually will sit here for like 5-10 minutes calling out for somebody, and that's kind of wasting everybody's time, unfortunately, but that's kind of how I have to do it. But even if you miss your turn, you don't lose your entry. It stays in there. It's just you'll have to come back another time and get it. Get help, I guess. Road Dog is here. 3,000 max. Thank you for that. And thank you for choosing the correct option. Well, I think I know just what to do with this. Let's take a look, guys. So what we're looking at here is a $3,000 budget. They chose the correct option, $2,500 to $3,000 as the option. Not near a micro center, looking for pre-built, just for gaming. And gaming at 1440p. Now, you can go with something lower than a 5080, but what I'm going to do is this. Check this out. Because they chose price to performance as their option, and they do want the ability to upgrade over time. Let's go here. Where was it? Thought I had it, but I guess I changed the window. Okay. Not to Falcon Northwest. No. I mean, I guess you could, but it's starting right around just under that number. So I was thinking here, because we could do a custom build and they have the 5080 as an option. I'm curious as to whether there's 5080 systems here. Let's see on the list here. Yeah, 5080 is here. Wait, there's one with a 5090 in it? Sorry, I immediately texted because what I want to edit on, I want to shift over to a 285K, and I'd like to edit on a 5090. And I saw this, and I was like, I can upgrade the RAM. I can upgrade the RAM if it's not 64 gigs or whatever. I could do that. I can do that. Sorry, I'm a little distracted here. 1 second. So I just texted him that. I was like, please. Well, why isn't it showing the spec list? He's probably gonna be like, yeah, it's not bringing up the full spec list. It's just nice to see a 5090 spec system that didn't default to 9800X3D, because it's like, it's not really a gaming GPU, man. Put in something with a lot of cores. Anyway, yeah, a fat chance that I'm going to be getting one anytime soon. I really want to, like, I've been having so many issues with the 14900K. I need to follow Kelt's advice and just drop 300 megahertz from the 14900K, and it should run better. But I really want to move to a 285K for editing, and a 5090 for editing would be really nice. I'm pretty sure that if I were able to, because I've worked with Skytech for a long time now on stuff, I've given them crap for so many things, but we've worked well together. Like they accept that. They take criticism and they use it. They change. They change things. You know, they've been awesome about that, and we've worked well together. But I'm pretty sure if I were to bug them until they sent me one of those, it would burn every bit of favor I have left with them. Like, that's it. I'd be in the red probably in that regard. Okay, what am I doing? I'm selecting 5080 here. I don't know why it wouldn't bring up the full spec list though. It's just not doing it. This is a brand new entry. That's probably why. Okay, so 2 systems with the 5080. Look at this. One with a 265K and one with a 9800X 3D. I love to see that. This is $26.99 though, so we are under budget, which is nice to see, but I want to see the full spec list. Please show me the full spec list. What's going on? Maybe they just don't have the full spec list yet. So you like, can you even add this to cart? What? So the spec list thing just doesn't work. So this is the one with the 5090, 64 gigs, DDR5 6000, nice, 420 millimeter AIO. Blaze it. 2 terabyte Gen 5 storage. 2 terabyte Gen 5 storage. 1200 watt ATX 3.0, 80 plus gold. Jeff, you know how we're like friends, right? Like we're buds. I need this. I need one of these. I need one of these. Like, it's just got like, well, I don't know about what motherboard y'all chose though. And that I think is going to be like a make or break thing. But like, I'm not going to be mean about it if I don't like it. I'll just, you know, like, I hope it's nice because you put extra effort into the other stuff. You did not have to put Gen 5 storage in this thing. I'm getting distracted, and what I needed to look at was this, but like, still, damn. That's a sexy system right there. How much was that? Yeah. 4,500 bucks. Yeah. Man. But they have like, from what he said, he's like, we I don't know if they even really have these. It might be in anticipation of getting the 5090s in. But they do have a few 5080s apparently. So, or they're getting a few 5080s. So this is viable. I am dismayed to see a system that is $2,700 with one terabyte of storage. I've been pretty open about that. If it's $2,000 or more, it should have 2 terabytes. So we might need to just do a custom system. That might be the way to go. And, but I mean, this is for, just to be clear, this system is for just gaming. So the RAM at 32 gigs is okay. It's fine. But I think we're going to need to go here and do a custom PC build with their builder. Let's go do that. Because the 5080 is in there. 5090? No. 5080, yes. Are the new Intel processors good for gaming? Zintech, they're fine for gaming. Are they the best for gaming? No. But they're for other purposes too. And I want it because I edit video. And it's the tops. It's at the top of the chart for Premiere Pro. Gaming is not the only thing that exists. And Intel finally realized that. Yeah, we don't need the panorama. It's great. It's awesome. But we don't need that. Let me see here. You want, yes, but not too much on the RGB. You want the system in black. All right, cool. What is Cooler One? What is that? All right. Let's see. 5080 already there, but this put us above budget. So we got to figure out what the heck happened there. Okay. Y'all know I love this motherboard. It's Carbon Wi-Fi motherboard. I've already mentioned that, but you don't need that for just a gaming system. So we're going to save some money there. We can go with a, let's see, B650 will be fine. If there's a decent one. There's also this one, X870-P. Oh, y'all know I like this one, but it's not really for just a gaming PC. It'll work for it, but it's not necessary for it. Okay, $230 off. That should be close to enough. My discount will do the rest. Wouldn't choose a Corsair memory. Unless you're getting all your stuff Corsair, don't get anything Corsair. Let's see. DDR5 has a lot of RAM. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's see. DDR5 6000, 32 gigs. I don't know Gale memory. Kingston, I know. Kingston is great. Do they have DDR5 6000? No. Yeah, they do. They do. It's plus $20 though. But okay. We'll make it up elsewhere. Like, you don't need to have this case. It's a little bit pricey. What do you have for power supply? 1,000 watts? Yeah. Storage, 2 terabytes, Gen 4, SN850X. We can go with slower storage. Just gaming, you don't need incredibly fast storage. It's nice, but not necessary. We could go 1 terabyte, I guess, but I was all talking about that earlier. I guess we got to leave the storage as it is. But yeah, case. Let's take a look here. But yeah, I have a solid discount with SkyTech. It's going to go under 3,000. Let's talk about the case. Why is that about Corsair? Because if you get anything Corsair, if you want to control the RGB, you have to get IQ. And if you're going to do that, just get everything Corsair, because then it's all controlled by IQ. It doesn't just let the motherboard control it that easily, unless it's an ASUS motherboard, in which this case it is. But I've had to do the thing where I integrate IQ with Armory Crate, and it's not super simple, and I had issues with it myself. It has been a minute since Jeff's been in chat. You can understand why he was in chat a lot, because we were talking about the Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals, but also remember, it was the holidays. It was CES, all that stuff. He's been super busy. And now the launch of new GPUs. He doesn't have as much time to hang out, unfortunately. Good Lord, 4,500? But yeah, with the 5090. Like, that's really good. I hate to say it, but it's the top of the line Intel CPU. You're talking about that 5090 system? Top of the line Intel CPU, 5090 in there, which is getting price gouged like crazy. 2 terabytes Gen 5 storage. What was it? 1200 watt power supply. ATX 3.1 or 3.0. What else was it? 64 gigs of good RAM. Like it's a very nice system. Anyway. Let's talk about the case style. You said you want some RGB, but not too much. Do you want glass? Do you want like a glass? I mean, all of these have a glass side panel. But what I mean is, do you want to have the glass front and side panel? Does everyone say that simply to not run IQ for one component? But then it's going to be stuck in RGB puke mode. I don't like that. I think that Corsair has done themselves a disservice by making their system so closed. They should have just made it to be where you can run it off the motherboard if you want to. But no, they don't like that. The glass does look great. Not married to RGB one way or another. Well, if you have glass, usually that's for showing off a little more. So, but we can just do a... I'm trying to bring the price down a little bit. Like the G360A would be fine. Or the Montec XR in black. Check this out. Let me show you something here real quick. Because I did a build in this. Oh, hey, he's live right now. He's probably just yammering about PC stuff. Radeon RX. There you go. That's what it looks like. Is that cool with you? Good? It's not going to have my logo on the back. It's not going to have my mascot on the back. That was a special thing we did for our collab PC. Okay. God, it looked good there, didn't it? That looks so good. Except for the dark spot in the middle, but like, what can you do about that? That's the hub of the fan. Okay. That takes off $114 from the price. We are now under budget. Hell yeah. You're just gaming with this thing. So you get the top of the line gaming CPU on the market, 9800X3D, 5080. There may be a little bit of a delay in getting your PC built, but not a huge one. He's not saying they have zero. He's saying that they're, a little low on stock. 2 terabytes of Gen 4 storage, 1,000 watt power supply rather, PCIe 5, titanium rated Be Quiet dark power supply. We could actually probably drop that price down too by going with like an Enermax if they have it, or what do we got? Seasonic, no, not 850. There's a 1,000 watt Seasonic, which is also really good. It is $60 less than the Be Quiet. Could do that too. Or we can take $40 off, go with a 1,200 watt Seasonic Vertex. It's 50 series. I'm not taking any chances on that. We could go 1,200 watts and lose some on the, drop some on the price. Yeah, that works. Motherboard, X870-P Prime motherboard. So it's not crazy. It doesn't have tons of I/O, but you're just gaming. You don't need all the stuff I was yammering about before. 32 gigs of DDR5 6000, CL30, all of the things. There we go. So I'm going to copy this link real quick. I'll shorten that for you. And let's see what this comes out to with my discount. Oh, definitely good price considering the price gouging going on. Just a poor family man. No, I feel you. But you have to understand that... Oh, what? No, it's not. I added a PC to the cart. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Huh. How about that? How about this? This should... That... Why does it say Micro Center? I totally copied the... Well, now I know what we're putting in. Let's just do it again. No problem. No problem. It's okay. It's really dumb. Really dumb. It's really stupid. Really dumb. Could one of your reviewers pay you to build their computer for them? I would not charge a fair amount. I'm already pressed for time all the time because of content creation stuff. It would be a big build fee. So I don't think anyone would want to do that, and I wouldn't want to do that to anyone. Wait, everything else is the same. Jeff, are you in the site? Are you in the site just messing with me right now? Are you doing that? You could do that, I guess. I guess that's okay. I guess that's fine. Okay, let's actually do this. Copy it, not use their little copy link button. How about that? And if I go to here, I'm just gonna try it over here. What the hell is this? Why does it say $3,500? I just used the link that I just generated. Is putting the... Jeff, your builder is broken. Okay, here's what we got to do. All right. The link generation is broken right now. So Road Dog, here's what I need you to do. I need you to go to here. Click that link right there. And we're going to go through this step by step because SkyTech got broken. It got messed up. I don't know why. I don't know what happened, but it did. Robert, that is a great quote. A family man will never be poor. I like that. Presonic Dreams. I don't know if I skipped over this before. But Skytech was super cool and helpful with my order. I would definitely recommend them to my friends and family. Nice. Sounds like you're answering a survey, but yeah. So Road Dog, let me know when you're there. We'll go through this step by step. This is how we used to have to do it with Skytech. It's just, it's busted right now. It's fine. It happens. It's a website. Okay. So CPU, leave it alone. GPU is fine. You can leave it on that one. Actually, let me see what it says for MSI 5080. I mean, let us use whatever 5080 they got, I guess. But yeah, that one's less expensive than the MSI one. Okay. For the case, you'll have to click on it and then scroll down and look for the Montech XR in black. The cooler can, you'll want to switch it because it's going to say the Trike's cooler. Switch to the Cooler 1 360 AIO in black. Lynx, what's up? I didn't get a card. I couldn't settle for PNY. I had terrible luck with the first PNY I got. When people claimed it was a paper launch, I will say it's true. Wait, hold on. You're telling me that you had an option to get a PNY 50 series card and you turned it down? PNY has upped their game in the consumer GPU market. PNY is the brand that has been making enterprise GPUs for Nvidia, like enterprise desktop GPUs for Nvidia for a long time. They're a good GPU manufacturer. You can have issues with the most expensive name brand GPUs on the market. It's just technology. You should have gotten the PNY card. I'm going to be recommending those left and right whenever they're available. PNY makes great GPUs. Everything that runs electricity through it can have issues. If your bad experience had to do with the RMA, I can't tell you a single brand that has a good RMA program. All of them are kind of junk. Yeah, PNY is very good. They made the Quadro cards, they make the A card, all that stuff. A2000, whatever, I don't follow those very much. Sorry, which cooler? The first one, Cooler 1. It's the first one, and it's called Cooler 1. Don't know anything about this cooler, but it's probably equivalent to this Skytech AI 360 AIO, which is the same price. You can choose that one if you want. But choose a 360. For motherboard, switch to the Asus Prime X870-P Wi-Fi. With Wi-Fi. I think you said you needed Wi-Fi. Actually, you said you don't need Wi-Fi. Well, you can choose the other one if you want, but it's the same price. And Wi-Fi comes with Bluetooth as well. So if you ever have any Bluetooth accessories you want to connect there, you'll need that. Well, that's great. That just freaked out on me. Okay. On the memory, this is a harder one to find. I'll see how many from the bottom this one is. A lot, actually. So it's Kingston Memory 6000 megahertz. That's not what it's called, but okay. RGB 32 gig black CL30. There's a lot to choose from. I chose that one. Have the king. Okay. All right. Got the power supply. Storage, leave it as is. And then you're done. Now, let me try adding this to cart again. Let me just try doing this again. What the hell is going on, man? I can't check what the discount's going to get you, but we're already under budget. Just use code SWARM. Storage is giving me the warning signal. I don't know what that... Why... What the hell? Why would it go back to Google? Okay. Don't know what the warning is for. Oh, because they might not have that. Just get the 990 Pro 2 terabyte Gen 4. It's $10 more. Get that. Oh, they're out of the 2 terabyte. They only have 1 or 4. We're still under budget. So what you do is this. When you're checking out, put in code SWARM. That will give you a discount, a further discount on this, and it supports what I do. Yeah. So there's that. There you go. Code SWARM will give you a further discount on the system, and there you go. Yo, look at that. Twitch up to 51 viewers. We got about 40 over in YouTube. We're doing pretty good. 90 viewers. I like that. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with me while I yell about computers. Sorry, I should be laughing. I would have made the same mistake if I had a bad experience with the company. Yeah. No, I mean, I get it. I feel really bad that you had the option to buy it, and having had a bad experience, you chose not to. I get that. I do get that. It's just the whole beggars can't be choosers thing. You drove so far to get that thing, man. Yes, I know. I've had 6 PCs and gone through them all besides Zotac. Never had an issue with any of them besides PNY. So my 28-year-old got scared, and I made an 85-year-old grandson happy. I also met some awesome people and see Micro Center for the first time. Hey, it's still net gain. You're good. And now you know the drive. You know the drive over there. You can make it again, I guess. It's a bit of a ways though. What's up, Gamer Kid? How's it going? Welcome. Okay. So whether or not this link works, I'm gonna have to talk to them about the issues I was having. I'll just send them a clip or something. But then again, Micro Center still does not work in my normal browser. I have to go to incognito mode, so it could just be my PC. At this point, I need to get out of this thing. I need to get into a new one. Skytech, help me, or because I don't want to just like build a new PC if it's not going to be with the part. Because it's like it helps me out a lot to be able to daily drive some of this stuff in order to really get a good feel for it. That's my excuse for wanting a 5090 and a 285K. Okay, so that's that. You're good. All right, Phantoms 26. What time is it? 11:20. We might just be doing one more tonight. We might just be doing this last one tonight. Phantoms 26, where are you at? I'm here, 1400 maximum. There you go. Look at that. You're within the range that you chose. Amazing. I'm not still roasting anybody. I didn't name names. Okay, so we're looking at the St. David's PA. You're looking for pre-built, though. Now, one thing I will say about Micro Center doing their same day build service, it is $150 build fee. That does cut into your budget for performance, and we are looking to do gaming and graphic design at 1440p. We'll see what we can do, though. Wait, where was it again? St. David's. Okay. Let's look at bundles. Let me look at the rest of this too, though. Looking for it in black. Not too much RGB. Price to performance. Yeah. Not really too concerned about being able to upgrade your CPU, but you do need Wi-Fi. And $1,400, and you want it built by them. I'm looking for a 7600 X3D if possible. Not necessary though. It's not going to help you out too much at 1440p. I'm looking for a bundle if they've got it. Nope. Why are all the 7600Xs on B650M motherboards? Like, why has it got to be micro ATX? Oh, wait. Oh, no. Graphic design. Yeah, you want 8 core. So maybe the 7700X? B650. It's with the white motherboard. That's so sick, but it's not right for yours. So what kind of graphic design are we talking about? Are you talking about using Illustrator and Photoshop? Oh, here we go. 7700X. B650 Gaming XAX V2. 32 gigs DDR5 6000. Okay. $399. Not bad. No roast about it. You just gave me your disappointed dad talk. Well, no, it's really just... It's the annoying thing where it's like if you're like this brand is bad at this product and I know the details behind that, I'll share that. Apologies if this isn't allowed. You already talked about it. I'm brand new, but do you have an opinion on the Costco iBuy? No, don't buy a PC from Costco. Don't buy a PC from Costco. Do that. Yeah, you have a micro center next to you. I think all the millions of people who wish they lived near a micro center would like burst a blood vessel if they found out that you chose to go to Costco instead of getting your PC at micro center. And rightfully so. Like, yeah, that's a good price. And we can look at Micro Center also just has pre-built PCs, like not where we custom build it. And we don't really need to custom build it. I can just look at what's pre-built there. You'll probably save some money that way. I'm going to try this first, though, because the bundles can help save you money, too. Like, you're getting a 7700X, 8-core, 16-thread CPU for $167 instead of $259. That's a solid discount. You're very lucky. Yeah, I use Illustrator and Photoshop lightly for work. Okay. Well, check this out. Let me bring this up here real quick. Future Bench for Photoshop. Wait, where's this? Did they not test the 7700X with these? I guess they tested it versus 9000 series. But 8-core Ryzen CPUs are insanely good for Photoshop. So what I'll do instead, let's look at the 9000 series. Oh, that's not what I was looking for. There it is. Okay. Okay, 7700X is one of the top 4. It's near the top, and you're looking at $170, and it's up here for Photoshop. Like versus, of course, you can go 9700X if you wanted to. But what I would do is rock this thing because it's so freaking affordable. And when the next generation comes out, I guess 11,000 series, great job on the naming, AMD, as usual. Then upgrade to that. Skip this generation right here because you're getting such a good deal on this. If you even need to. You might not need to. So really, really good for Photoshop. Now, video card, 1440p. Let's see what this location even has, because that's been a bit of an issue. 7800 XT is nice. Let's go price-wise. Start with highest price and work our way down. RX 7800 XT would be nice. You're not going to find any 4070s anywhere. There's not going to be 4070 Super, 4070 Ti, regular 4070s. They're all gone. Damn, 7900 XT for 669, but zero in stock. Oh well, what are you gonna do about it? 569, 509. That's an RX 6900 XT now. I mean, interesting. It is interesting considering the 16 gigs of VRAM in there. But the RX 7800 XT has 16 gigs of VRAM too, and there are several versions here for various decent prices. 489 for 7800 XT is below MSRP. Go with this guy right here. Two of those in stock. 7800 XT. 1440p gaming all day long. Gamer Kid, Braithorn, I might be picking up a 4090. I have a buddy that's upgrading and he's selling it to me for $900. Very nice. That's an amazing price on a 4090. I hope they didn't beat it up too much. You know, as long as they weren't mining or whatever. And even then, mining GPUs can be okay. Yeah, I'm just getting okay. I believe the 7700X and 9700X series have slightly different TDPs out of the box. They do. For graphic design builds, is it a good idea to assume they will use a Wacom or other tablet too? Some more USB ports, at least one USB port. Yeah, I mean it's not like streaming though, where you have to consider anywhere from, you know, having 2 or 3 or even 7 or 8 extra USB devices in some cases. You gotta understand. I've gotten to know some streamers. Some of them are bananas with the stuff they do. Okay? You want to tell me that someone like Sushi Dragon doesn't need a lot of USB ports? Although he does a lot of his stuff not even in OBS. Okay, maybe not then. But say someone like, you know, I'm never getting to it. There's a lot of these guys who use a lot of stuff. Duty Beard probably uses a lot of stream decks, things like that. He does all kinds of production stuff and shows and stuff on his streams. Just really cool stuff. So, of course, that has only reinforced my dedication to getting a lot of USB ports for anyone streaming. No mining keys in content creation is not lightly used, but not mining. Okay, good. Yeah. All right, you got it, Outlaw. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. But yeah, let's look at what this has got IO-wise. I like the bundle. I want to stick to the bundle. This thing is $180 for this motherboard, but let's see. Okay, see, not bad. So this is going to have 7 USB Type A's and 1 Type C. Now, if you find that, because, you know, mouse, keyboard, headset, you know, all that stuff, you find that you run out, you will have front panel IO that you can use, or you can put an add-in card in there. That'll give you more. But you do have Wi-Fi 6E and 2.5 gig Ethernet. This is pretty much all you need if you're just doing gaming and graphic design. Graphic design doesn't require a whole lot of extra things, but if you're using a Wacom, then a Wacom rather, I found out that's how you're supposed to say it, or any kind of tablet, then you just need that one more USB port. But otherwise, it's a nice looking motherboard. It has decent options for storage. I think you have at least 3 M.2 sockets on this thing. So you can add storage later on as well. Yeah, 3 of them. Ah, look at that. Called it. All right. What's up, Bean Dealer? How's it going? Welcome. You know, on some level, honestly, I still it's still odd to me sometimes that that you guys hang out to watch me do this, even if you're not in the market. It makes me very happy, to be clear, like extremely happy that y'all want to do that. And I've told people plenty of times, like, Now, doing this stuff, it's actually more hype than you would think. Figuring out the perfect PC for somebody for their budget for all that. But yeah, it's literally just the dude in a room talking about computers for hours. Like, y'all are the best. Thank you very much. I don't know if we can do 2 terabytes, but at 129, I want to try. 129 Inland Performance Plus. I've already said a million times why it's a great drive. We have to save $150. Remember, chat. We got to remember save $150 for that build fee. It is not inconsequential. We still have to do case, power supply, and CPU cooling. I'll say the Montec XR again. I really do like this thing. Again, this is the one that I was building in. Did I close that window? Yeah, right here. That's this one. It's great right here. There you go. And we'll probably be doing an air cooler too. You can do it if you have a solid air cooler. You can do that with a 7700X, and it should be able to handle it. If you have a good one, which we'll get as a good one. Oh, dang it. Okay. Case. I would rather do something like a liquid cooler, but the problem is if you do an AIO, for some reason, just having to put in those 8 extra screws or whatever, they charge you another $100 for the build fee. And it's the dumbest thing on this whole website. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. Thermalright Peerless Assassin, special edition ARGB CPU air cooler. This thing, 6 heat pipes, dual fans, dual tower, 7700X, not a problem. Look at that, plus 25 plus in stock and of the non-RGB one. Yeah, it's about freaking time, Micro Center. Hell yeah. Same price for the Cooler Master version of that, basically. But yeah, just go Thermalright. Hell yeah. The price sucks. This is supposed to be a $30 cooler, to be fair. But I'm glad they have it. Phantom Spirit looks a little nicer, but yeah. Well, like a $35. I don't know. I don't know what the pricing would be. It's $5 less for the non-RGB one. So with this being $12.69, doing same-day pro assembly means that this is going to be $20 over budget. Is that okay with you? We have min-maxed the hell out of this thing to where I wouldn't look at one of their pre-configured pre-builds. I would just go with this. I'll sleep at night with that. All right, cool, cool, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna get you this. So check it out right here. This is what you got to do. Okay. You'll need to click that link. Go to go to save. Click save this build and create a Micro Center account. The other option is to just add the whole thing to cart, and then you'll be good to go. You have to do that now though, because well, I'm not doing another build tonight. But if I close this window, the build's gone. Wow, you went full WoW build with that one. Did I go World of Warcraft build with this one? Min-maxed? I get it. It's more a term that stems from Dungeons and Dragons, but it was applied to, of course, any role-playing game. In my card, thanks so much. You're very welcome. Do me a favor. Oh, there's another thing you need to know, okay? Because you're having them build it, we didn't add in the $120 for a retail license for Windows. That's okay. Instead, what you want to do is you want to tell them to install Windows 11 Home, but don't activate it. Just install it. And that way you have it. It's not activated. You can use it like that if you want. There's just some customization stuff you lose out on. and it'll have the little watermark on the bottom right. But my YouTube sponsor, VIP CDK deals, go to my, it's been a while since I posted an episode of SI Weekly, but there's a link in the description of those. I should probably have something where it just pops up in chat, but or like I can just do a command. But there's a link there where you can get a license for Windows 11 Home for like 25 bucks with my code, BREAK25. And that's going to be $100 cheaper than getting it from Micro Center, getting a retail copy. And it is an OEM copy, meaning it's only for this PC. You can't like attach it to your account and use it on the next PC or anything. But this is, you're not going to have, this is your PC. This is it. So if you swap out the motherboard, it'll deactivate it. And if you know, or if you take the storage out, put it in another PC, it'll deactivate it till you put it back in. And then it'll clear it out. It'll be good. No problem. I wish I had a Micro Center in my country. I feel you. I feel you. I live, I mean, I've been able to go to Micro Center in my travels, but yeah, the closest one is like 4 or 5 hours from me, which is very different. But because I rarely travel, like in terms of, I'm not constantly out there traveling. It feels like they might as well be in another country sometimes, but it's still not the same situation. So yeah, that is rough. But I mean, the thing about it is, guys, don't ever underestimate a local PC shop. A lot of y'all have in your town, whether you know it or not, a small or medium size, whatever size, a local PC shop where they can build PCs for you, or they'll have the parts you need to do a full build. And those businesses need your support too. There's no way I could know of all of them and refer you to them. That's just outside the scope of my capabilities completely. But consider looking around for that too if you don't have a Micro Center, or even if you do have a Micro Center and you don't want to go to a big box store, because that's what Micro Center is. It's still a big box store, even if they're not nearly as big as like your Best Buy or something. And supporting local businesses is critical. So at least, even if you just need repairs done or something like that, or any other electronic repairs, support your local nerds, please. I used to be one of those. I still am, but I don't run a business for it or anything. But yeah. La Magie de la Vie. That queue doesn't work that way anymore. Instead, you need to just click the link that popped up a little earlier. But I'll do this here. I know it still says that in the thing where you're going to chat. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm sorry. You got to click this link right here. Fill out the form there to get on the list for help. However, we are reaching the end of the stream here. I'm not going to start a new one because we're close to midnight. Midnight's my cutoff time. It's when I turn into a pumpkin or whatever the joke is. So, yeah. God, I'm still looking at this $4,299 Founders Edition 4090. Newegg does not care. I don't know why I put the Micro Center links in the spreadsheet. It's never going to work, but I just do it. So there's something there. Yeah, I'm hoping to find a gaming PC with Google's new quantum chip built in. Oh, well, there's always next time. Is there, though? Is there next time for that? We had a launch today, but I don't think it was Google's new quantum chip. Are you saying it's a quantum chip in that it both exists and does not exist in superposition? Because I think we're leaning towards does not exist. At least not over on Newegg or from any pre-built companies. I apologize for that. Did you see the stock of 5080 and 5090 cards that each Micro Center got? Some stores got 0 cards. Yeah, some got single digits. Some got more than others. Like you can imagine that like Tustin Micro Center, their quote unquote flagship store. Got more, although I guess maybe now the store in North Carolina is the flagship. I think it's the biggest one, the newest one and biggest one, but whatever. Or is it Miami now? Who knows? Where I live, it is about 6+ hours to Micro Center. See that right there? That's the thing where it's like, you know what? I'm going to make a pilgrimage. I'll even get a hotel room, do other stuff in that area too. But like, you got to go once, I think. Gary earlier said, I'm learning a lot. One of these days I'll replace my i5 6400. Absolutely. Bray fills out his own form. Should I? No. I should go to sleep. Well, if you do, Tanmate, have a good evening. I missed that earlier. Then you start asking questions after that. Sorry about that. Small local shops to me usually aren't the best on price value, but the I need it today solution. The thing about it is, though, that if you buy from there and there's an issue, a lot of them are going to be amazing about taking care of you after the purchase. You do not have to subject your investment to the rigors of the shipping industry. One of the reasons I recommend Micro Center, if you're near one, I get nothing from that. I have no affiliation, no affiliate relationship with Micro Center. All the Micro Center builds y'all see me do, if I were just about money, I could be like, no, you don't want to get from that. Let's just take you over to this one where I got a code or whatever. I say bye-bye to that money. That's not money that would make me feel good. I wouldn't feel good about that. I would feel very bad. Because if you get your PC from Micro Center, you got a problem, you take it over there. Now, you do have to spend extra on the warranty if you want to, and the build fee kind of sucks, but the fact that you're not going to get a busted PC because of some person who's tired on their shipping route, because it's not an easy job, and they drop it, and maybe if they're angry at their job, they drop it 5 times, then that's not okay. But whatever. If that's the case, you don't have to worry about that. It's a pretty nice peace of mind kind of thing. Of course, Cali got the most. I mean, maybe, I don't know. And then if you're in Southeast Michigan like me or Ohio, there's 4 Micro Centers within 4 hours. Skeeter, try New York. New York has 4 Micro Centers and 1 in Jersey. That's 5 within probably 2 hours of each other at most. I mean, I don't know New York State that well, actually. Break Chat, what do you think of iBuyPower and their customer service? Flash, you can actually, instead of just asking, you can get feedback from buyers for iBuyPower. If you go to our Discord, which here, I'll link it right here. It's also linked in the panels. If you join our Discord, there is a group of channels called SI Testimonials, and you can see what actual buyers in our community who have bought from iBuyPower have to say in their own testimonials. And chat, let me tell you something. If you're going to buy a PC, if you're buying a PC and you are going to be getting it, unboxing it, setting it up, take pictures of that and share the story, share the experience in the testimonials. You're helping your fellow swarmies in a way that is unquantifiable. It is unquantifiably helpful, but I'm leaning towards very helpful, actually. Heart Rate 36, what's up? What games are you currently enjoying? Hollow Knight, and I'm trying to get into 5M, GTA RP. I'm trying to get into that. It's very complicated. Sorry for that last build. Should I add the Microsoft Office to the cart for 120 or just ask them to install? No, not Microsoft Office, Microsoft Windows. And I did tell you about that. I went over the whole thing. Tell them to install Windows 11 Home, but not activate it. And then just get a key for it from my YouTube sponsor, VIP CDK Deals. Their links are in my System Integrators weekly videos. Those links are in the description there. Something that happened at the Tustin store. Someone got a 5090, got it signed by J2 Cents, and proceeded to scalp it on eBay. Oh, no. It's the worst human right there. That is the worst human being. Every time I see a PC on my truck, I throw it around all day, then deliver it. JK, links don't be part of the problem. Be part of the solution. I cannot wait for the new Micro Center to open up in San Jose. Yeah, I mean, that area, the Bay Area, has been waiting for a long time for a Micro Center. I need to talk to Adam, see what he thinks about it, if he's going to do anything with them. That is so aggravating. What's up, Kenneth? I'm closer to Buffalo than NYC. Oh, okay. What's up, Mr. iReeps? How you doing? That is so frustrating. I want to go look that up. I want to look at that tweet. He changed his listing and removed the mention of me signing the box. God, that is so annoying. Yeah. Eric didn't wait long to scalp the card we signed in Tustin Micro Center today. $5,800. Box signed by Jay's 2 cents, receipt in hand. Took off the mention of Jay. I messaged him and called him a dick. I feel better now. God, what a jerk, man. I mean, look, here's the thing, though. Like, I get it on one level. Like, that's a lot of money to spend on something, but you want to make that money back. And there are people, if someone's willing to spend nearly $6,000 on a GPU, like, I guess they need not worry about money, right? Like, that's lucky for them, I guess. But, That's a jerk move. Like, you keep that. You keep that forever. That's awesome. Anyways, I don't know. I'm tired of being annoyed by the launch. I really am. That's just frustrating. All right. Oh, it was Facebook. Oh, okay. Even worse, maybe? Well, no, actually, Facebook is fine because Facebook, I hate selling on Facebook Marketplace. So that person gets to get a million messages of, hey, is this still available? And no response when you're like, yes, it is. Yeah, hello? Hello? Yeah, I sold a PC on Facebook Marketplace and it sucked. I hated it. eBay, you get bids or just buy it now kind of stuff. Oh, good. We have an ad. Outside of being annoyed by the 550 series launch, do you think the product itself is good at least? I haven't been able to test it. It looks good. I think people are giving it crap for no reason because they don't. I did a whole talking about this. I talked a lot about this Heart Racer in the beginning. And shortly after I end the stream, the VOD's going to come up. Check that out or watch it on YouTube. Because if I give you 2 sentences right now, it's not going to be anything near my full explanation of it near the beginning of the stream. The YouTube VOD's probably going to be the one to look at because that's going to be up almost immediately, I think. But what am I doing here? So for a message for those who didn't get help when they're on the list right now, don't worry, you keep your place on the list. Come back on Tuesday, I'll help you out then. A lot of stuff isn't available anyway, so I don't know how much it would help you to get help right now. But you do that. What we're going to be doing, though, we're going to be rating an old friend of mine, Hawaii's Yeti. Absolutely wholesome dude, super nice guy. And he's playing some Marvel Rivals right now, which I played for half of a stream because it kept crashing. But I have enjoyed some of that game. I need to get back into it. But yeah, join me in joining my buddy, Hawaii's Yeti. Really, really cool dude from Hawaii, as you can imagine. So yeah, bring some good vibes because that's what he's all about. And until Sunday for the gaming stream on Twitch only for the gaming stream. So come join me there, YouTube viewers. And then Tuesday for the next PC matchmaking. I will see y'all then. Until then, take care.
Let's go, nerds!